The following is a presentation of Radio Plus Video Sports.
Henschel from the Wildcat. Henschel now will get in a head full of steam. There goes Henschel to the end zone. Touchdown right through the shoot mark.
Radio Plus Sports, a Wisconsin Broadcasters Association first place winner for best digital production in the state.
Delmacher rolling out to the left, flips the hips over the middle. He's got him! Brody Highland to the end zone! His second touchdown of the day!
In-depth interviews with coaches and players, sideline reports, in-depth analysis, and top-notch production.
With 6 seconds left on the clock, Gannon Schwartz, misdirection, goes out to the right. He's got a man in the end zone. 2-point conversion for the Vikings!
Radio Plus Sports, a Wisconsin Broadcasters Association multi-year first place winner for best play-by-play in the state.
In motion comes Neal. Play fake to Neal.
Got him.
Eli Mikulkevich down the field. Hauled in by the Cardinals.
Thanks to our Radio Plus Video Sports sponsors.
Edward Jones, Integrity Saw and Tool, Bauer Chiropractic, Bondi Family Dental,
Sargento Cheese, Len's Truck Center, Right Way Home Improvement, Taco Bell,
Addison Jones Real Estate, Holiday Automotive, Quest Interiors, Wisconsin Lighting Lab,
BCI Burke, Marion University, Fox Valley Savings Bank, Musa Sheet Metal,
Coal, Oil and Propane, Dufresne Moving and Storage, Marco Tax Service, Winnebago Lutheran Academy,
Bob's Pizza, AirTech, Silica for your home, The Wellness Way,
Fond du Lac Credit Union, Roush Insurance, Scotty's Auto Works, St. Mary Springs Academy,
Bristol Morgan Bank, New Medical Center, Verhaeg's Furniture Mart, Hopper's Silk Screen and Embroidery,
Smith Builders, National Exchange Bank and Trust, Brad Tagliapietra, American Family Insurance Agent, Everson Law Office,
Michaels Corporation, Aurora Healthcare, Fogel Family Dentistry, Anders Auto Parts, Schaefer Auto, Keller Buildings,
Surrour Family Dental.
Let's go live to the Radio Plus Sports broadcast booth.
Good Friday evening to you from Fruth Memorial Field. It is playoff time in Division 6 WIAA. This is action from the Manitowoc Lutheran region, we're going to call it. They're the top seed in the lower portion of the right side of this Division 6 bracket, and it's a flyway conference contest between Springs and Lomira. Springs comes into this one the 3 seed. Lomira comes in as the 6th seed, and it should be a great one coming up tonight. Jordan King and Nick Detman with you up here in the Radio Plus broadcast booth here at Fruth. And Nick, you know, Friday night, Saturday morning, I was keeping my eye on the 2-3 line for Springs. Even really, you could have 3-4 depending on the results around them. And I was looking at the 5-6 line for Lomira. Ends up Springs is a 3 seed, Lomira is a 6 seed, and proximity, you would assume that they would end up playing each other. That's the case tonight. Should be a good one.
Yeah, and we've seen these two teams play each other already this season. Back in Week 4, since Springs won that game 17-0. But you'll hear both coaches talk about that. In some sense, that was ages ago, as the way both teams have grown over the course of the season. But at least gave a little bit of a taste of what we might see here tonight.
Yeah, you and I were on that one back in Week 4, and obviously Springs dominated that one in the trenches.
Yeah, absolutely. They made life very difficult for Lomira on the defensive front and even offensive front too. I mean, even both teams really didn't do all that great offensively. It was the pressure that St. Mary Springs kept bringing defensively that really kind of frustrated Lomira, who were really kind of still of a new in terms of experience. They were 3-0. They were feeling really high. That was really kind of their first test of adversity after that game. And Lomira, I thought, has responded pretty well to finish off a really strong season. And they feel like they're battle-tested coming in here tonight against Springs.
This is the Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show. Over the course of the next, 40 minutes or so, we're going to hear from both coaches. We'll break this game down for you, give you some keys to the game, meet the starters, and then we will play Division 6 playoff football here in Level 1 with the 3rd-seeded Ledgers and the 6th-seeded Lions. We're back after this on Radio Plus Video Sports. Stay with us.
Scotty's Auto Works for affordable auto care, from tires and alignments to routine auto maintenance. Trust the guys at Scotty's Auto Works, next to Pump and Pantry, Fond du Lac.
When you hire the attorneys with the Everson Law Office, you're getting more than professional presentation. The attorneys at Everson Law Office are committed to excellence and have been successfully representing their clients since 2005. Practicing business law, estate planning, probate, guardianships, and real estate. They work closely with their clients, providing exceptional legal services that are catered specifically to their needs. Call attorney William Everson at 920-922-7113 or go to everson-law.com.
Dedication, training, giving 100%. Back in Action proudly supports high school athletes on and off the field. From physical and occupational therapy, pre- and post-orthopedic surgery, to work and sports injuries. The staff at Back in Action is trained and dedicated to you and your recovery. Your personal care plan starts with a visit to Back in Action in Fond du Lac, Kewaskum, Mayville, and New Holstein. Back in Action, getting you back in the game. BackinActionRehab.com.
Hi, I'm Aaron Sadoff. Blessed be the president of Marion University, right here in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. If you are beginning your college adventure or looking to transfer, Marion University could be the perfect fit for you. Our beautiful campus, our amazing faculty and staff, our Division III athletics, and our amazing mission are waiting for you. Come visit Marion University. Not only will you get a great education, but we will help you become the best for the world. Good luck and go Sabres!
For over 120 years, Bristol Morgan Bank has served central Wisconsin communities. We're still here, not just as your financial partner, but as a community partner. Communities change over time. They grow, your business grows, your family priorities change. This is why, over the years, we've adapted to the needs of our customers, offering digital tools for convenience, scheduling in-person appointments where and when it works for you, designing products to impact your financial future, because that's what community banks do.
Looking for a reliable roofing contractor? Witt Services has got you covered. With 5 years of experience, they specialize in everything from roof repairs to full replacements. Their team is dedicated to quality workmanship and customer satisfaction. Plus, they offer free estimates, so you know exactly what to expect. Whether it's a leaky roof or a complete overhaul, Witt Services is the go-to choice for all roofing needs. Don't wait. Reach out today.
Okay, let's start with some clouds, some mountains over there, and finally a river. Hey Dad, look.
Looks like the perfect spot.
American Family Insurance is here to protect your family on the road with the Travel Peace of Mind package.
American Family Insurance.
Visit Brad Tagliapietra Petra today in Fond du Lac or Ripon.
Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show rolls on here at Fruth Field, getting you ready for the Ledgers and the Lions here tonight. In Week 9, Nick, Springs looked really good against an Omro team that probably felt like they weren't going to get into the postseason. They ended up getting in as the 32nd team. They're up at Tomahawk tonight. But your takeaways from Week 9 and Springs getting themselves ready for the playoffs?
Yeah, I think a number of things that have come up throughout the course of the season when you and I have done games at Springs and you watch them on tape, and Coach will allude to this as well, is about the consistency or lack of it. And I thought, at least definitely in the first half, I thought they showed a lot more consistency on offense. I thought Xander Lenz played a really solid game at quarterback. He was 7-11, 116 yards, 2 touchdowns. Stelmacher, I thought, was very effective. Even Lenz was very good, I think, running the ball. So I thought from an offensive perspective, at least in the first half, they were very consistent and did a good job moving the ball. And then the defense has been really stout the last several weeks and really have been for most of the season. I think we really saw more of that in their game against Omro. So I thought St. Mary Springs played really good football here over the last couple weeks coming into this game.
4 picks to that point defensively last week, and turnovers always help you in these postseason games. Turnover battle, always something to watch. For the Lions, I was there as they took on Mayville, and Mayville clinched an undefeated regular season and an outright flyweight title, which is really hard to come by as strong as this league is. I'll tell you what, though, I think Lomira found something in the second half. I thought they outplayed Mayville in the second half. I think Coach Scott Hilber from Mayville would actually tell you the same thing. He said in this post-game interview, hey, thank you to Lomira because they just gave us some negative stuff that we got to put on film right before that we got to clean up before getting into the postseason. And so I think Lomira found something. We've seen increased usage for Hunter Schomburg of late. He looks good, the freshman running back. Keegan Kell looks healthy again. And the athletes, we know the athletes that Lomira has. It's just about whether they can match up in the trenches against teams like WLA, Mayville, Springs. Their 3 losses on the year. They've gotten a little bit bullied in the trenches.
Yeah, they have. And going back to Schomburg, I saw them play WLA 2 weeks ago. And Schomburg racked up a game of over 100 yards rushing. Yep. I thought he was very solid running the ball against a really good football team. So they may have something there with Hunter Schomburg, again, of just a freshman. Really kind of adds another element to this ground game for Lomira, where it's not just Keegan Kell or Elijah James. Now you got Hunter Schomburg to worry about here. You see some of those similar traits as brother Taylor had well. And he can really develop, I think, into a nice playmaker for the Lions going forward. But I agree. I saw some of that tape last week, and there was something there. And finding it in the second half of Week 9, the final regular season, going against a team that you lost to earlier in the season, there's some motivation there too as well. I can't wait to see this unfold.
All right, this is the Integrity Sawn Tool pregame show. We're going to take a timeout. As we do, we'll throw it to our Lens Truck Center Play of the Week. Each week, Radio Plus will feature a Play of the Week, and it's brought to you by Lens Truck.
Each week, Lens Truck Center and Radio Plus Video Sports salute a great Play of the Week. Hey, congratulations to this great Fond du Lac Play of the Week. Welcome back. Eli Mikhalkiewicz drops back. He's looking for a home run ball mark down the chute for Davis. Yes, to the end zone. Touchdown. Pocket. 56 to the house.
I thought it was going to be overthrown. All of a sudden, if we'll see him, he'll pick up his speed and outruns Oshkosh West. Perfect ball.
Waiting for him.
Plenty of time.
There, good ball. Yeah, he beat him by 5-6 yards, Mark.
Yeah, after he made that little burst, 5 or 6 yards.
Yeah, so had you for 115 tonight through the air, threw a dime to pocket for 56. We'll get to him in a little bit. Talk about that for us.
We ran it on the second play of the game. We ran the same play, and their safety's correct. The guy who's going to pocket wasn't good enough to run pocket, so came back to the huddle after we scored. Said what we saw, and that's how it turned out.
Yeah, it was pretty good. We game planned the possession before. We said if we was going to run that play again, and if the safety comes down, give me a shot. Yeah, I told him I'll be open.
Fond du Lac Cardinals defeated Oshkosh West 48-14 this past Friday night.
If you want a truck or an SUV, go to Lens so you like what you see. Hundreds of trucks all on one lot. If you want a truck, it's what we've got. Lens Truck. Lens Truck. We got the trucks at Lens Truck.
Dripping faucets and running toilets aren't just annoying, they're increasing your water bill. Clogged toilets and drains aren't just frustrating, they often indicate bigger problems. Pipe bursts aren't just messy, you need Maxwell Plumbing. These guys are affordable, and they know what they're doing. For plumbing projects and problems, it's Maxwell Plumbing, located in Lomira, serving Dodge, Fond du Lac, and Washington counties. Maxwell Plumbing and HTG.com.
Every customer can be a Signature Home customer. I think that's what Signature Homes does really well, is that we can touch not only the customer who's building for the first time, but also the customers that know what they want and want to pull pieces of other property that they've lived in and loved. And you can really trust that we know what we're doing and that we have 30 years of experience in the market doing it with quality craftsmanship and a lot of style and design. And at the end, we get a chance to walk them through and see their smiling faces, and we know that we've achieved our goal.
Thank you for your continued support over the past 50 years. At Verhaeg's Furniture Mart, we're honored to have been voted by you to be the best of the best mattress store in the Fond du Lac area for 2024.
Our mission is to bring the best in bedding comfort, technology, and support to the Waupun area.
We've partnered with top brands like Tempur-Pedic, Puffy, Scott Living, Sealy, and Nectar to offer you the ultimate sleep experience.
Free delivery to Waupun and the surrounding area. See store for details.
Come shop at Verhaeg's.
What's rewarding to me about my job is being able to see apparel that I've printed out in public. That's what makes me feel proud.
I never really look at everybody as just a customer. They're more of a friend. When they come in, my purpose is to make everybody look good and feel comfortable in what they're wearing. It's important for us to build and just have that relationship. You're not just a number. We want to know you, we want to get to know you, we want to work with you. That's one of our main focuses and goals at Hoppers.
For over 100 years, the name Cole is synonymous with quality fuels, lubricants, and propane. That's because Cole is the area's trusted source for farm, construction, and trucking companies, as they partner with these companies to help them achieve their unique goals. The team at Cole Oil and Propane is dedicated to serving you. They pride themselves on a customer-first approach and work hard to make sure you're satisfied. You can rely on Cole for prompt delivery, competitive prices, and quality service. Learn more at ColeOilAndPropane.com.
Welcome back here to Fruth Field, getting you ready for the Ledgers and the Lions. And taking a look at this Lomira Lions team, Keegan Kell led the Flyway Conference in terms of passing yardage. He completes 62.5% of his passes, 839 yards, 6 touchdowns, the 3 interceptions. And then on the ground, it's the three-headed monster of Elijah James, Keegan Kell, and Hunter Schaumburg, all rushing for over 440 yards. James leads the attack at 501. You combine all of their scoring this season, 23 touchdowns for those 3. And then Charlie Cole, a top 5 receiver in the Flyway Conference as well. He's really come on the second half of the season, 260 yards, 20 yards per catch. He's got a couple of touchdowns, including a 76-yarder on the season for the Lions. What jumps out at you there, Nick, in terms of the offensive statistics? We'll get to this ferocious Lions defense in just a moment.
Yeah, you mentioned just the ability of Keegan Kell. He's one of the better athletes in this conference at quarterback. Certainly going to get some consideration for all conference quarterback. I can see him probably second team, probably behind some guy named Schwartz at WLA would probably be the leading candidate in that regard. But Kell, I think, has had a fantastic season in his first full season at the helm at quarterback. And Schaumburg is really, over, as we mentioned, over even just the last couple of weeks, has really kind of racked up the yards as he's gotten a little more playing time. And then Elijah James is kind of one of those home run hitters in the backfield. He's got a lot of speed and can hit the hole and really kind of separate himself from the defense. And Cole, you mentioned, just really sure-handed in the passing game. But then as we move into the defense, has 2 picks as well. So he's a very important aspect on the defensive side as well.
You know, Colton Wagner's coming on the offensive side, but it's unmistakable what he means to this team defensively. 97 tackles, 14 for loss, 6 sacks. On the 4 sacks on the season, and his linebacker running mate Blake Stager is right there with him. He's only got 47 tackles, but he's got 15 for loss, 6 sacks. This is part of a Lomira team that has 87 tackles for loss this year. They are going to have to get that penetration that they didn't get here in Week 4 if they're going to have more success tonight.
Yeah, I mean, Wagner just was out of his mind last week. 16 tackles in that game against Mayville. 14, as you mentioned, 4 tackles total for a loss throughout the course of the year. Stager. Hunter Dooley does a terrific job on the back end as well. So this is a very good defense, and that's really what Lomira has pinned itself on. Even last year on its way to the state championship was how good they were defensively, and they were in the trenches. This year they've kind of had to work through a little things on the trenches on both sides of the ball. They've gotten better in those areas. In the games that they've lost, they've been kind of controlled at the line of scrimmage. But I think, as you saw on tape last week, you see those things kind of working better. But, again, you're playing a team that beat you pretty well, and you're back on their turf. Again, revenge can be a powerful motivator for a bunch of underclassmen
No doubt about it. And by the way, I did say Lomira's defense is going to have to play better. I do want to just say the second half in Week 4, they held Springs to about 40 yards of offense. So the defense did find its groove after about 2 series when Springs got those.
Yeah, I think the big part
points
in that game was just the early mistakes in that game, the turnover on downs, the turnovers, the penalties. They seemed like they kept working from behind 2 sticks most of the night on offense. And I think that was such a big part in that game. And that's why Lomira, I thought, struggled offensively throughout the course of that game.
This is the Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we're going to hear from Coach Brian Gregory on the Fondy Family Dental Coaches Smile interview. That's next on Radio Plus.
Anders Auto Parts, your locally owned bumper-to-bumper auto parts store serving the Fond du Lac area since 1956. Experienced and knowledgeable staff ready to serve you. Anders Auto Parts features PPG and Shopline Auto Paint, along with PPG Versalon Commercial Paint. Quality name brand auto parts. Anders Auto Parts, your bumper-to-bumper auto parts store at 16 West Sibley Street, just off North Main Street, behind American Family Insurance.
Here at the Wellness Way Fond du Lac, we disrupt the standard approach to healthcare. We understand that common is not normal. And unlike the restrictive healthcare mentality, we dig deeper to find answers to life-restricting health challenges. While focusing on overcoming interference in the body, we go beyond symptom-based care and address your unique physiology, allowing your mind and body to find its way to better health. You don't need to merely get through every day, but rather take control of your life and, more importantly, your health. The Wellness Way Fond du Lac. Do health differently.
Call us when you need a company you can trust.
You hear it all the time, but what does it mean? This is Danny and Heather at AirTech Heating, and for our company, it means we do right by our customers and provide them quality service for superior home comfort.
It means our prices are competitive and fair. It means that we stand behind our work. It means doing whatever it takes.
To whom you trust, your family's safety and comfort does matter. Call the team at AirTech Heating at 924-6742 when you need a company you can trust.
Your dream space starts with quartz countertops from Quest Interiors. Whether it's your kitchen, bathroom, mudroom, or even a closet island, we custom fabricate one-of-a-kind surfaces that elevate every room. And the best part? We install many in as little as 1 week, quickly turning your vision into reality. Visit our showrooms in Oshkosh and Fond du Lac. Quest Interiors, exceptional style, exceptional savings.
Fondy Family Dental sponsors our Coaches Smile segment here today, and we're with Brian Gregory, head coach of the Lomira Lions. Coach, thanks for the time. How are you today?
Yeah, we're doing good. How are you doing today?
Doing just fine. All right. So getting set for a playoff matchup against Springs coming up on Friday night, Coach. Before we talk that, let's talk regular season. Kind of give us a rundown of the regular season campaign, how things shook out for the Lions.
Yeah, I think early on we tried to schedule opponents that are going to get us ready for the conference schedule, which is grueling year in and year out. You know, had a good early test against the St. Mary Springs team, and it gave us a benchmark of where we're trying to get something and what we need to improve on. We were able to go through a nice stretch there and ramble off some wins and continue to climb and get better with a really young group overall. So we were able to gain some important experience for us. And then going into the final stretch there, we knew those last 2 games were going to be a dogfight and tough outs against a really good group. And just trying to take it a day at a time, and we really feel like we're battle tested over the last couple of weeks here, and excited about the opportunity to go into the playoffs and represent Lomira.
You take a look at the ledgers. What do you take from that first matchup, Coach, going into the Springs matchup coming up on Friday night? Similarities.
Just a lot of, it's very beneficial to have the film that we have, to be able to go through and have a head-to-head and a side-by-side comparison of what went well and what didn't, and taking that film as a learning opportunity and a tool here to try to improve and get better in this matchup, and then also taking a step back and watching what they've been doing over the last couple of weeks and trying to put together and piece together all the puzzle pieces of what the full picture looks like. But it it's one that we turned the ball over multiple times. We made some uncharacteristic Lomira mistakes here that we've really been working hard to clean up and correct here over the last couple of weeks. And it's rare to get an opportunity to go against a conference opponent for a second time in a year, so we got to make sure that we capitalize and seize the moment and take advantage of this opportunity we got in front of us.
Coach, what is the biggest key against Springs that you see coming up on Friday night?
They're going to make you work for everything. Offensively, we have to be content with slugging out 3 yards of play, making sure we stay ahead of the sticks. We have to limit penalties, limit mental mistakes, but they're going to make you work for everything, and it's going to be, just sustaining drives, keeping the ball in our hands, and trying to execute at a little bit higher level and make sure we can put some points on the board. Defensively, they're going to make you be fundamentally sound. All 11 got to do their job. We got to be gap responsible, and everyone's got to play off each other here and just really kind of turn it into our style of football.
Brian Gregory, head coach of the Lions. Any significant injuries, Coach, coming into the Springs game on Friday night?
We are extremely healthy right now. We'll have everybody available, and we'll be at full strength here.
Coach, best of luck. Thanks for the time.
All right, thanks, Nick. Appreciate it.
You bet. Brian Gregory is the head coach of the Lomira Lions. This is your Integrity Sawn Tool pregame show. Radio Plus Video Sports. It continues.
Keller, building trust since 1960.
This is Craig Larson, sales manager with locally owned Dufresne Moving and Storage. Moving is very important to me, and I take pride in making sure our clients are happy with their overall experience at a reasonable cost and done in a high quality manner. We have a crew that is dedicated on taking care of your stuff. Call me today for an estimate at 1-800-425-MOVE or visit us at DufresneMoving.com. Dufresne Moving and Storage of Fond du Lac, making your move and storage of goods simple.
We return to Fruth Memorial Field. Thanks for joining us tonight. Jordan King, Nick Detman with you in the Radio Plus broadcast booth. That was our Fondy Family Dental Coach's Smile interview. Fondy Family Dental, Dr. Chad and his team will make you smile before, after, and yes, even during your appointment. That was Coach Brian Gregory giving you his thoughts ahead of this one. We're going to talk about our Bauer Chiropractic injury report. Got pain? See Shane, Dr. Shane Bauer, and Bauer Chiropractic. The Lions are healthy, as you would hope to be at this point in the season, although it's not the case for every team, but the Lions are healthy heading into this one. All right, another timeout here on the Integrity Sawn Tool pregame show. We'll come back, and we will hear from Coach Wilderman up next, talking about his St. Mary Springs Ledgers right after this on Radio Plus.
Let me get you in this used car. There's a bunch of...
Yeah, that's what it feels like at most used car dealerships. Pushy sales tactics, pressure, and no peace of mind. At Schaefer Auto, we don't play that game. Every car's inspected by certified mechanics, and we got over 100 budget-friendly vehicles ready for you. Here, you actually get the space and support to choose the car that fits you.
Schaefer Auto, no tackles, no pressure, just the right car for you.
Here at the Wellness Way Fond du Lac, we disrupt the standard approach to healthcare. We understand that common is not normal, and unlike the restrictive healthcare mentality, we dig deeper to find answers to life-restricting health challenges. While focusing on overcoming interference in the body, we go beyond symptom-based care and address your unique physiology, allowing your mind and body to find its way to better health. You don't need to merely get through every day, but rather take control of your life and, more importantly, your health. The Wellness Way Fond du Lac. Do health differently.
Integrity Sawn Tool pregame show continues. Radio Plus Video Sports. Time for the Fondy Family Dental Coach's Smile segment. Fondy Family Dental. Ready and waiting for you. Zach Wilderman with us here for St. Mary Springs Academy, with us on the phone line to talk the regular season finale, of course, and high school playoff football on the horizon. Coach, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, all right. So a victory for the Ledgers over Omro, 30-0, ending the regular season, a 6-3 mark. Kind of recap the regular season for us before we get into playoff talk here.
Yeah, we use the word inconsistent, but kind of a season of streaks for us. We got off to a rough start week one. Some of that, I think, we tried not to change much over the summer. Probably weren't as prepared as Lake Country Lutheran was as far as ready to play a football game. Did a really nice job of rebounding and coming back week two and playing O'Connell Falls, who is undefeated besides their loss to us. So we ran 3 straight. We kind of gave one up to WLA. We had them. They're a very good team, but we had them down 3 scores with half a quarter left, and we just couldn't close that game out, and that kind of carried over into the Mavo game. So we dropped a couple in the midseason there against 2 very quality opponents, but then got back to playing our type of football and hopefully gained some momentum the last 3 weeks of the season here, as long as we played well last Friday. So hopefully we have the momentum going into Friday's game against Lomira. Not an unfamiliar opponent, obviously, but they're a much different football team than they were week 4. So they've gained their experience. They were filling a lot of spots from the year prior, and they've really found what they do well, and they're a much improved football team.
Kind of taken some things away the last 3 weeks, Coach, outscoring opponents 98-14 over that stretch against Campbellsport, North Fond du Lac, and Omro. I don't care who you're playing. It's certainly something to look at. Do you think that you're peaking at the right time coming into the playoffs now?
Yeah, I feel like we're getting more confidence in what we're doing. Obviously, stats can be skewed and swayed. The Campbellsport was a big one for us. They're always very good in line play, and that kind of showed us that we can play with their teams in the line.
Talking with Zach Wilderman, head coach of the Ledgers, St. Mary Springs Academy. Ledgers are a 3, drawing Lomira a 6 seed. As we wrap up here, Coach, the biggest key against Lomira on Friday night at Fruth, what do you think?
Yeah, we've got to eliminate and limit mistakes. They're not going to beat themselves. I think round 1, when we played them in week 4, they made some uncharacteristic mistakes early on in that first half. False starts. They had a couple bad snaps. They're not going to do that again. They're a much crisper, much cleaner team discipline-wise right now, and they've really found their identity. So you can always go back and look at previous scores and how you matched up the teams, but that was 5-6 weeks ago, and they were very inexperienced at the beginning of the year. They've really settled in, and they present a plethora of problems. They've got 3 guys that all really split carries and split that yard as far as running the ball. So you can't just dial in and focus on one, or somebody else is going to hurt you. Their quarterback's a great athlete, and they've got really solid line play. So we've got our work cut out for us. We've got to play good, solid Springs football, and we've got to be the most physical team on the field.
Talking with Zach Wilderman, head coach of the Ledgers. Appreciate your time, Coach. Best of luck against Lomira coming up on Friday night, okay?
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Back with more of the Integrity Selling Tool pregame show. Your Fondy Family Dental Coaches Smile segment wraps up here today.
The energy, the excitement. It's game time for our Lomira Lions, and Kindex Construction is proud to stand behind our hometown team. Whether it's the court, the field, or the track, it's the passion, commitment, and teamwork of our athletes, coaches, and fans that make this community strong. Kindex Construction is proud to support the Lions and proud to serve our community with commercial, agricultural, and residential construction services, including site grading, sewer, and water work. From every corner of Lomira, we're cheering you on. Let's show them what Lions are made of. Good luck, Lomira Lions.
This is Craig Larson, sales manager with locally owned Dufresne Moving and Storage. Moving is very important to me, and I take pride in making sure our clients are happy with their overall experience. at a reasonable cost and done in a high-quality manner. We have a crew that is dedicated on taking care of your stuff. Call me today for an estimate at 1-800-425-MOVE or visit us at DufresneMoving.com. Dufresne Moving and Storage of Fond du Lac, making your move and storage of goods simple.
Anders Auto Parts, your locally owned bumper-to-bumper auto parts store serving the Fond du Lac area since 1956. Experienced and knowledgeable staff ready to serve you. Anders Auto Parts features PPG and Shopline auto paint along with PPG Versalon commercial paint. Quality name brand auto parts. Anders Auto Parts, your bumper-to-bumper auto parts store at 16 West Sibley Street, just off North Main Street, behind American Family Insurance.
Welcome back here. Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show rolls on. Appreciate a few minutes this week from both Brian Gregory and Zach Wilderman. Getting you set here for Lions Ledgers in Level 1 here in Division 6. Bauer Chiropractic injury report for the Ledgers. They are still going to be without a starting offensive lineman number 64, Gabriel O'Brien. And, obviously we saw O'Brien go down earlier this season. And, obviously it took some time for them to figure things out on the offensive line and replace him. He is still out here tonight. But we saw Jack Holtzman just walk out there in full uniform, Nick. Haven't seen much of him at all this year. Looks like he's going to give it a go. At least he's suited up, and he was out there for the coin toss as one of the captains.
Yeah, and it can be one of those things where you just want to try to test it out, see how does he feel. I mean, he hasn't been out there pretty much, I think, since week 1. It's been a while since he's been on the football field. It's one of those maybe game time decisions for him to see how he feels. And if he feels like he could go, they'll certainly utilize him because he just adds another weapon to this offense that. And oftentimes, that we've talked about several times here throughout the course of the year, is that lack of consistency. That could really be a spark here for Springs, and that could be a real curveball here for Lomira defensively because they probably weren't thinking he might play. They may thought he could. So it could throw a little wrinkle into this matchup based on whether Holtzman can go or not. He's one of the
premier athletes in this conference.
Yeah, and he's a captain for a reason.
Right, exactly. So we'll see about that. We're not saying he's going to be out there. We're just observing here. We did not get any confirmation that he would, but just observing that he is in uniform after being in street clothes for most of the year. This is the Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show. Our keys to the game are built by Pino Construction. Turn vision into reality. Level 1 football here. This is when stars start to be made right here in playoff runs here, Nick. Lomira, what's it going to take for them? And if Springs is going to defend home turf here as a 3 seed, what's it going to take for the Ledgers tonight?
I think you look on Lomira's side first, the part that I think you're going to have to look for is in the game against in week 4 between these two teams is Lomira made a lot of uncharacteristic mistakes, bad snaps, turnovers, just not real sound fundamental football. Most of the night they were playing behind 2 sticks, and the start of the game is really big because they've played those first 3 games, got to great starts, and the other games this year they've gotten out to great starts and been able to maintain the lead. When they've gotten behind, they have not been as good because they've had to abandon what has worked for them throughout the course of the year. So I think for Lomira, it's execution and getting out to a good start because when they've gotten out to the good start, they've played their type of football, and that's being able to control the clock and try and control the line of scrimmage and run the football with Cal, James, Schomburg, and others.
And for the Ledgers, if they're able to defend home turf?
I think what we're going to see, I think, from Springs is you mentioned stars. This is a great opportunity for stars to come out. I think this can even apply to both teams. The depth. Which of those depth players? Because you're going to get a great game out of Stellmacher. You're going to get a solid effort out of the Lens. But who is on that cusp that maybe – wouldn't necessarily think is a player that could make an impact? I know we've mentioned Josh Ducks a number of times. He's had a great season. Is he one of those guys that makes a play on defense? Is it somebody else on offense? Is it going to be Holtzman if he goes? Does he make that big play as well? I think maybe more from a spring standpoint is, one, again, dominate the line of scrimmage like they did before, but also whose depth is going to be better here tonight? I think those who aren't the stars may play a bigger factor in this game than the stars themselves.
I tell you what, Joshua Ducks as well as his linebacker running mate, Matt Miller. They were excellent in the first meeting between these two. They combined for something like 26 or 27 tackles in that game, and several of them coming behind the line of scrimmage. All right, let's take another time out here in the Integrity Sawn Tool pregame show. When we return, we will have our Sargento Cheese starting lineups, and we will continue on right after this on Radio Plus.
Hey, Devontae. Let me get a Cantina chicken burrito and a bowl with that seasoned, slow-roasted chicken I like, please.
You have a golf course in your house?
I got a Taco Bell in my house, bro.
Where did it go? Where did it go? Oh, there it is.
Cheaters don't get chicken.
Huh?
Cheaters get no chicken.
I won't give him any.
Lakeside Wealth Management would like to welcome Jack Cole. Jack joined Lakeside Wealth Management in October of 2023 after previously working as an equity research analyst at Craig Holman Capital Group.
Hi, this is Jack Cole with Lakeside Wealth Management. Every client gets our undivided attention, from planning to execution to follow-up. We take a proactive approach to helping you develop a strategy to address your financial goals and objectives using the most efficient methods available. Learn more at lakesidewealthmanagement.net.
Securities and advisory services are offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
Katie's Log Cabin is a great place to stop for lunch or dinner. Grab one of the daily specials or check out the full menu. Katie's Log Cabin specials include Tuesday is pizza, Wednesday is wings, Thursday is a rotating special, Friday and Saturday is fish fry, Saturday is also prime rib, and Sunday is a broasted chicken dinner. Not in the mood for a special? Katie's has you covered with full menu options, appetizers, salads, wraps, pizzas, and sandwiches. Katie's Log Cabin Restaurant in Oakfield. Life is better at the cabin.
We return to Fruth Memorial Field. Integrity Sawn Tool pregame show rolls on with our Sargento Cheese starting lineups. Come to Sargento St. Cloud on Highway G or careers.sargento.com for more info. Sargento, your passion, our culture. We're going to give the Lomira starters, and then we'll have the anthem, and then after the anthem, we will give our the spring starters. For Lomira, offensively, number 2, Hunter Dooley, Alex Zahn is number 3, and Charlie Cole is number 24. Those are the 3 wideouts that you'll see this evening. The starting running back is Elijah James, the leading rusher with 504 yards this season. Colton Wagner is some sort of fullback. They list him as a fullback. He's really a tight end, and it really has been a focal point in the passing game. He wears number 11, one of the senior captains. And then in the trenches, Mason Shelvin, a sophomore, Cash Agamite, a sophomore, Cole Geiger, a sophomore, Trent Kolcheski, a junior, and Kincaid Total, another one of those senior leaders. He wears number 74. He is the lone senior in the trenches, and it's all to protect number 5, Keegan Kell, the ultra-athletic junior quarterback. Those are the starters presented by Sargento Cheese for the Lions. Let's take a time out as they do the anthem here. We'll come back and give you the starters for the Ledgers right after this on Radio Plus.
Thank you for your continued support over the past 50 years. At Verhaeg's Furniture, we're honored to be voted by you to be one of the best mattress stores in the Fond du Lac area for 2024.
Our mission is to bring the finest in style, comfort, and quality to the Waupun area.
We've teamed up with amazing brands like Ashley, Lazy Boy, Best Craft, Marshfield, Best Home Furnishings, Mega Motion to offer you the best selection around.
Free delivery to Waupun and the surrounding area. See store for details.
Make your home a place you truly love with Verhaeg's Furniture Mart.
Just like a great team, National Exchange Bank and Trust knows that success is built on strong relationships and trust. Since 1933, the bank has been locally owned and focused on serving the needs of our community so that our friends and neighbors can live the life they want. Let National Exchange Bank and Trust be your financial teammate for life, because when it comes to your financial goals, we're here to help you stay ahead of the game. Visit nebat.com to learn more.
A life in motion is a life well lived. At every age and every stage, we help you do more of the things you love. To keep you moving, to keep you achieving, to keep you striving. At Aurora Healthcare, we make care easier and more accessible than ever.
Gas prices, home expenses, education. Will those costs always go up? Probably. At Winnebago Lutheran Academy, we can help you with one of them. We are a part of the Wisconsin Parental Choice Program, a program which enables qualifying families to receive a quality Christian education at no cost. That's right, zero tuition if you qualify. To learn more, visit WLAVikings.org.
Living it for 4 years, loving it forever.
We're back here at Fruth with the Integrity Sawn Tool pregame show. That was a heck of a job there by some of the seniors from the St. Mary Springs Academy Ledger football team singing the national anthem. Here is the defensive starters for those Ledgers. Ben Baker, Joey Kuhn, two of the better defensive backs you will find. Joey Kuhn had four interceptions this season. He was the leading interception getter, I guess you would call it, in the Flyway Conference.
Two of them last week against Omro.
Kale Krusik also in the defensive backfield as well. And Jax Lenz, along with Joshua Ducks, Jackson Sobel, Nick Woodrow, all in that linebacking core, along with number 54, Matt Miller. We talked about Miller. Now there's 5 listed linebackers for the Ledgers. Obviously, Jax Lenz has that athleticism to kind of be that almost a safety linebacker combo that is so popular nowadays in football. And then up front in the trenches, Seth Hempfner, number 53, Billy Everson, and Beckett Longley along that defensive line that gave the Lions so much trouble earlier this year in Week 4. And those are the starters presented by Sargento Cheese. Again, go to careers.sargento.com for more info. They're going to meet the Ledger starters here in just a moment in the stadium. As they do, we'll get ready for our Right Way Home Improvement opening kickoff. From doors and gutters to roofs and siding, Right Way Home Improvement has you covered. Kick off your home project today and contact Right Way for your free estimate. Call 920-929-8999. That's 920-929-8999. Or visit rightwaybuilt.com. That's rightwaybuilt.com. You know, we mentioned it there in the starting lineups for the Ledgers. They love, with their size up front, Billy Everson, Beckett Longley, Seth Hempfner at the nose tackle. They really give this linebacking core the ability to fly around and really hawk to that football.
Yeah, and that's what you want out of your defensive line, right? And that was what I was always taught when I was a defensive lineman in high school, is you want to tie up those offensive linemen so they can't get to that second level, and you let your great athletes at linebacker do their thing. And Springs has done a really good job of that, really, I think, throughout the course of the season, but really have done even a better job here over the last couple weeks. So we've mentioned it a couple of times. The trenches is going to be, I think, the key in this game. And it's always cliche, but it is so true that the trenches so often win these football games, especially here in late October and into November.
Just going to say, when that weather starts to turn as it is right now,
I was in shorts last week, and we're banging rocks up here trying to get the fire going.
Trying to see if we can rediscover fire. This is going to wrap up our Integrity Sawn Tool pregame show, and we are ready for football. High School Sports Today on RadioPlusInfo.com is presented by these 5 Edward Jones financial advisors in the Fond du Lac area: Matt Moses, Matt Helmer, Jeff Wills, Robert Bruce, and Patrick Ellisted. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Springs won the toss. They deferred. Lomira's going to get a chance here, Nick, to do what they could not in Week 4, and that is get a quick start.
I think if you're Lomira, you want the ball first. It'd be to kind of get that bad memory out from the way the game went, especially in that first quarter, in that first even quarter and a half in Week 4. Is you get that bad memory out there, because you walk in here, certainly you remember. You watch the tape. You remember what happened here. You want to get that bad memory out of your mouth and out of your memory as fast as you can. I think if you're Lomira, you wanted the football first. This could be a good thing for the Lions.
Are you ready for football, Nick? I mean, come on now.
Let's
get rolling here in Division 6 WIAA playoff action, Level 1.
We got great college games this weekend, too. The big Sunday night game, Packers-Steelers, what a game that's going to be.
None of them as good as this here tonight. I'll just say that right now. Nothing beats Friday nights under the lights at a place like Fruth.
Yeah, and playoff football, too. The Lions here trying to repeat as state champs. St. Mary Springs, who hasn't been to a state title game in 4 years, trying to get back.
That's an eternity for the Ledgers. You know, this is a team, I was talking to some folks earlier today that have some St. Mary Springs rooting interest. And they were saying, it averaged out to be about every other year they were at Camp Randall. They got to win tonight to avoid losing in Level 1 back-to-back years after last year's upset against Winnebago Lutheran. The ball came out at the end. I think the runner was down. It was Aiden Campbell on the return. 2 penalty markers came sailing in. They're going to be holding penalties, and they're going to push Lomira back inside their own 20-yard line. So that's a negative for the Lions, but they did hop back on top of the football there, and that was important to keep possession, obviously. So they will start it at about their own. It'll be at about their own 14 if that flag was correct. We'll see if officially when they put the football down.
And you talk about the Springs, just to kind of finish your last thought, on average played for state Title I every 2 years. Well, statistically that's about true. Since 2000, this would be the 26th year of high school or state championship football since Springs moved from WISA. Springs has played for 13 titles in that time.
Yeah, and again, you're talking about a current three-year drought too, so it was actually above 50% before that. Ball sits at the 13-yard line, and here is Keegan Kell and the Lomira Lions. The turn to give to Elijah James, and James is met in the backfield. A good first down stop by Nick Woodrow on the far side, and no gain for Elijah James. It's 2nd down and 10. And that was something we saw a lot of back in week 4, was runs for no gain.
I mean, Lomira has been good on the offensive line throughout the course of the year, but it's just when they've played teams that have really good lines, like Mayville and even WLA 2 weeks ago, when I saw them 2 weeks ago, they have had troubles creating running lanes for their running back.
So 2nd down and 10, and there are 3 sophomores on the offensive line, but again, this is week 10, hard to use experience as a crutch, and I know Coach Gregory would not do that. The keep this time is Keegan Kell, and Kell gets driven back, and they're going to be friendly enough to give him back to the line of scrimmage. And that was a friendly spot. Actually gave him about a yard, and it's 3rd and 9. So that was – Kell got enough forward progress there before being driven back about 5 yards. So 3rd down and 9 here early on in this ball game. And in week 4, it was 14-0 before you blinked between these two teams. And Lomira obviously trying to avoid that kind of start. Here's a screen pass to Charlie Cole. Cole brought down, and a nice tackle on the near side by Jackson Sobel. The tight end and linebacker made a great play out on the perimeter against Charlie Cole. Pickup of 2, 4th down and 7. And it looks like a 3-and-out.
4th and 7.
Yeah, that's certainly not what you wanted to do offensively for Lomira, is have that go 3-and-out on your first possession, let alone starting inside your own 20. Barring something here on the punt return here, Springs is going to get likely get the ball on the plus side of the 50.
2 explosive players, Joey Kuhn and Ben Baker, standing at the 50-yard line. As Alex Zahn is back to punt this thing away. Zahn gets it off, and it's going to be caught at about the 50-yard line. Double caught there by Joey Kuhn. Kuhn's going to try the left side. He's got a seam on the left side as well. Cuts back upfield. He's going to be inside the 30, down to the 24-yard line, and that is where Springs will start their first possession.
Just a good seal on the left side there. Gave a seam right there for Kuhn, and there was a lot of green for him to run. That's a big return of excess of 25 yards, and look where Springs is going to start their first drive. This is not what you want to do if you're Lomira defensively.
Our first quarter tonight is sponsored by Wisconsin Lighting Lab. Appreciate the folks at Will Brands for sponsoring high school sports. The ball sits at the plus 23 for the Ledgers, and Xander Lenz back in the shotgun formation with Will Stelmacher flanking the left side. Here is the give to Stelmacher. He's brought down right away. An excellent play in the backfield. That time by Mason Shelvin, coming busting through and made the play.
Well, right now we're just seeing good big boy football right now. Just dominating presence on the defensive lines for both sides right now. This is going to continue.
Will Stelmacher. Stelmacher's got a ton of space, and he tripped over the old turf monster at the 15, but he's down into the red zone at the 12-yard line. And he would have been gone had he not stumbled over his own feet at about the 15.
Yeah, some little rodent there poked its head out of the turf right there and kind of tripped him up. But just a good block on the right side of the offensive line. It got the kick-out block that really opened up the right side.
So a good run for Will Stellmacher, who's had a nice season. He was third in the flyway, a distant third behind what most would say are the top two players, Gannon Schwartz and Landon Baker, in the flyway conference. Here is Xander Lenz. They tried a little misdirection there, and a nice play by Hunter Dooley. I'll tell you what, Hunter Dooley is not a big guy, 5'10", 170 pounds, and that's got to be soaking wet with the shoulder pads on. Hunter Dooley is 5th in the conference in sacks during the regular season.
And he's got 12 tackles for loss on top of that. He just makes a good living, just has a nose for the football on defense. You love that kind of player when you're a coach and a defensive coach.
He's just a gamer. True instincts of all sorts of sports. I know he used to wrestle. You can tell with his ability to get leverage. Good basketball player as well for the Lions. Here's Xander Lenz, sprints out, throws it to the corner of the end zone. Jump ball, tipped away. That time by Jamie Duran in the corner of the end zone for the Lions. They were trying to throw the ball up to Garver Beekle in the corner of the end zone, and it's incomplete. 3rd down and 14 upcoming.
Yeah, certainly Beekle had the size advantage there, had a good 2-3 inches on him, but defender did a nice job of just getting in the way and just kind of causing some kind of disruption.
So 3rd and 14 from the 16. The first down marker sits at the 2-yard line. Well, you guys know how math works, but anyways. 7:39.
Carry the one.
7:39 to go here in this first quarter. First drive for the Ledgers. After picking up a first down, they stare 3rd and 14 down the barrel right now. Here is Lenz coming out to the near side. Looks like an option play in the backfield, blown up. Guess who? It's Blake Stager. His 7th sack of the season, if you call it a sack. It certainly is a tackle for loss. He's got 16 of those now this year. And it's 4th down and a mile and a half. They got to get almost to Highway 51 here to get a first down.
That's a big play, too, from a loss standpoint. I think this makes it now a little more of an interesting field goal. 39, there's no win, but no chip shot by any stretch of the means from this distance.
Bentley Coots, one of the best kickers in the conference, and he slips on the field goal attempt. It's going to come up way short. And so the Lions, that is a big play by Blake Stager. The Lions take over, and they will take over at their own 22-yard line. And as they do, we'll hear from one of our great sponsors here on Radio Plus.
Safety is first and foremost on what we do every day.
We return here on Radio Plus Video Sports. Keegan Kell loses a yard on first down, and much of the same here for the Lions, and plays going the wrong direction here early on. But I did think in that Week 4 game, Nick, and you can tell me if I'm crazy, I thought maybe they got away from that run a little early in the ball game, started to throw the ball a little further downfield in that contest, and maybe Coach Gregory went back and saw that film and said, hey, we got to stick to what we do so well, and that's pound the rock.
Yeah, and they had less than 20 carries in that game for just over 34 yards, so certainly not what Lomira does offensively, and I agree. I think that's going to be what their game plan is tonight.
Hunter Schomburg on the field, his first carry of the night. He's got a convoy out in front of him. Hunter Schomburg plows his head down, and that is an Addison Jones first down. When it comes to getting first downs or moving to your first home, Addison Jones is the call you need to make. First down for the Lions, and that was an angry run from the freshman, Hunter Schomburg.
Not to mention that right side of the offensive line, too, had a little purpose on that, pushing the defensive line and back into the second level. Schomburg was 5, 6, 7 yards downfield before he even had to make a move.
Kincaid total out in front, and he was road great in that time.
Got a running blocker like in Smokey and the Bandit.
31-yard line, first down here for the Lions. Keegan Kell rolls out, has a man over the middle. He gets it to Stager, and Blake Stager picks up about 8 yards. Last week, the two tight ends, Blake Stager and Colton Wagner, combined for about 82 yards receiving. In that loss to Mayville, And again, just talking about things that they found in the second half, I wonder if that's one of those things, talking about what Lomira got out of that game.
Yeah, and the way that play kind of formed is you had a receiver kind of coming here to the left side, kind of as an underneath route, but then that's where Cole came in there on the second level, and that level was not really protected from the defensive standpoint. So really nice play design there by Lomira to recognize that level of recognition.
2nd down and 3. Stager in motion. The keep from Kell. Kell does a nice job that time to fake inside, go outside where he had his seal. And this one's going to be close. Looks like they're going to give him enough for that first down. And it's going to be another new set of downs for the Lions out to the 41-yard line.
Well, Mason Sullivan got a really good block that helped spring those couple yards out in front of him. I think Kell then was able to read that block and come cut underneath and get enough for the first down.
We tick towards 5 minutes here to go in the first quarter. It's the second possession after a 3-and-out. Lomira has got a couple of first downs here on drive number 2. They didn't get their first down until the third quarter in week 4.
Late in the third quarter.
2 receivers to the top, 2 receivers to the bottom. The slot receivers are the tight ends. Here comes Charlie Cole in motion. Cole gets the jet sweep, cuts up field, and the play made out there by Joey Kuhn. Check that number 9 out there, Cale Krusik, and then Josh Ducks cleaned it up out of his linebacker spot. Just a pickup of 2, but it's a positive gain for the Lions.
Yeah, and we talked in pregame it's positive plays. You had one on the kickoff that puts you back behind the 8 ball early, but on this drive they're doing a much better job in staying in front of the sticks here and build momentum. You kind of talk both coaches like you're going to have to grind 2, 3, maybe 4 yards a play here, but if you can get 4 a play, that's a first down.
Yeah.
So you got to kind of take what you can get, but positive plays, that's what you got to build on if you're Lomira.
And string them together, that's what we did not see in week 4. Here is Keegan Kell once again on the keep. Good patience from Kell. The blocks just did not develop. Nice job patience-wise from Springs there to string that play out. It's going to be 3rd down and 8. And you know what really struck me in that first meeting was Lomira, especially in that third quarter, hit some big plays. And then they had the snap over the head, the snap in the dirt. 3 different occasions where they had bad snaps. They just couldn't get those plays strung together enough to get first downs. That was a big aspect of that game.
Yeah, I agree, and I think that was I think the determining factor in that game because that takes you out of a rhythm, and you start to develop that little bit of confidence. All right, we got a couple good plays here. Then a snap goes over the head, and it's a turnover. It's now you're sitting at 3rd and 14 rather than 3rd and 6.
Here's 3rd and 8 this time. Here's Keegan Kell running an option, and a great play made there by a couple of different Springs players. Joey Kuhn was in on the stop, but it was number 45, Nick Woodrow, who was the first man there, and that's the second time he has met Kell out in space and been able to make the tackle. A shifty player in Kell, and he's been sure-handed on the tackle. It's 4th down and 5.
Woodrow had a really solid game defensively last week. Got an interception as well last week among the 4 picks that the Springs forced on defense.
So 4th down and 5. Here's the punting unit for the Lions in max protect this time. And Alex Zahn gets off a spiraling kick to the far side of the field, and it's going to be placed at the 26-yard line, which is where the Ledgers will start their next possession on offense.
Got pain? See Shane. Dr. Shane Bauer at Bauer Chiropractic. Dr. Bauer can help relieve pain in arthritic knees, reduce and relieve pain from degenerative and herniated lumbar discs in your back. Dr. Bauer's laser treatment relieves pain and inflammation. Works like cortisone without the side effects. Dr. Bauer also offers custom orthotics for proper back posture. Since 1998, this area has trusted the team at Bauer Chiropractic. So if you've got pain, see Shane at Bauer Chiropractic.
So here is 1st down and 10 from Springs' own 26-yard line, and Stellmacher is stacked up after a marginal pickup, give him 1 on the play. 2nd down and 9, although that's probably closer to the line of scrimmage than it was a pickup of 1. A long 9, though. Nice first down play for Lomira. After giving up that first down, they've really settled in here.
Yeah, they have, and I think it's kind of trying to get some of those sour taste out of your mouth from the previous time you were here. I think right now you like what you're seeing so far, Lomira, if you're the Lions, offensively and defensively.
Baker and Stellmacher in the backfield along with Lenz. Here is Stellmacher, excuse me, this is McGuire, and here goes Jack McGuire with the long run. I thought that was Stellmacher in the backfield. That was McGuire, and he just belted off, ripped off a 40-plus yard run. We'll check the official spot here. Make it 45 yards on the pickup from Jack McGuire, the junior off the bench.
Yeah, just pay attention here to the middle of the formation here as McGuire found a really good seam right up the middle. It's just a good block right between the guards and the centers, open up that hole right up the middle.
And a nice job by Stellmacher as well as the lead blocker as he turned into on that play. Here's McGuire once again, picks up about a pair. It's going to be a 2nd down and 8.
And that's a big play, too, because you had St. Mary Springs on the minus side of the 50. You had a chance if you're Lomira to try and get him to stop on third, a 3 and out. And now kind of the field flips a little bit in terms of field possession. We're already seeing this is going to be a slug match, or slobber knocker, as Jim Ross used to say in the wrestling terms. I really think field position is going to be sold here tonight. I thought he played really well last week, McGuire did.
He is going to come in motion. They're going to give the ball straight up the middle to Stellmacher, and Stellmacher once again driven back after a pickup of 3. That linebacking core for the Lions led by number 11, Colton Wagner, and he was the first one there on that play, as he usually is.
Yeah, Stellmacher looked like he ran into a brick wall. He was running low, and then all of a sudden, boom, he's standing straight up from the hip from Wagner. Wagner brings a good punch. He's a terrific football player and a terrific tackler. He might be one of those guys. If I had a vote, he might be one of those in consideration for Conference Defensive Player of the Year. I think he's had that good of a year.
I think you could easily make that argument, certainly. You can tell he's a wrestler, huh? I mean, just one match away, really. I was there at the sectional final, about 30 seconds away from making it to state last year in wrestling. And we're going to have the end of the first quarter here. And as we do, we're going to send it back to our friends from Lenz Truck Center as we have our Athlete of the Week.
Each and every week, Lenz Truck Center of Fond du Lac and Radio Plus Video Sports salute a great student athlete. Congratulations to Waupun Graham Gopalin.
And Graham Gopalin's got himself at the 20-yard line, cuts out to the left. He's at a lane, and he is in the end zone. Touchdown for Waupun. 23 yards out, touchdown for Graham Gopalin, and Waupun answers immediately.
In a 68-35 win this past Friday for Waupun on the road, Gopalin 326 yards and 6 touchdowns.
Go 1st and 10 for Waupun. They got it spotted right at the 25-yard line. Kloosterboer in motion. Beam's going to pitch it out the left side over to Gopalin. Crosses the 30, still on his feet, and he's off to the races. Graham Gopalin up to the 30, the 20, the 10, and a touchdown, Waupun. That is a 75-yard touchdown run for Graham Gopalin. Waupun now takes their first lead in the game, leading now 12-7. He shot like out of a cannon going up that sideline, Randy.
Again, congratulations to Graham Gopalin, senior.
Back here at Fruth for the second quarter of action as Springs has a 3rd down and a long 5 here. The give is to Stellmacher straight up the gut. And Colton Wagner along with number 2, guess who? Hunter Dooley once again in on a tackle from his safety spot. And it's 4th down, 4.5.
But can you trust the turf at this point? I think this is, and you're too close for a punt. I think this is, they're going to go for it here, and all signs point to that they are.
I was going to ask you, worth trying to pin them in the inside the? It's such a hard punt to hit, isn't it?
Yeah, even professionals, it can be tough from this distance.
Xander Lenz in the shotgun formation. Keeps, pitches. McGuire, there's no one out there. McGuire's going to have the 1st down. A great play call. The keeper for Lenz, he pitches it to McGuire right away when he saw there was no one out there uncontained. 1st down brought to you by Addison Jones.
Yeah, Lomira completely sold on the run up the middle there, and there was nobody on the perimeter.
You saw Keegan Kell there look over his shoulder like, hey, who's supposed to be out there? And a nice job by just a good play design. They had 2 receivers running routes over there, so the cornerbacks couldn't just sell out on the run.
Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly it. That's a great play design, and Lomira got burned for it.
Tonight's second quarter is sponsored by Michaels Corporation, and it's 1st down and 10 for the Ledgers from the 23-yard line. Here's the give to McGuire. He has been a spark plug on this second drive for the Ledgers, and he picks up 3, 2nd down and 7 upcoming. Hard to really overstate what McGuire has brought here to start off this second drive.
Yeah, and I think he's building off of what I thought was a really solid game last week. Ran for 51 yards, 6 carries, had a touchdown. I think he's carrying that over here tonight. He's up to 50 yards already here on 4 carries.
I think it was the Mayville game earlier this year? I want to say McGuire had a big run that was negated by penalty.
I believe it was.
Here is Xander Lenz. Decided to pull there, and a nice play made by Keegan Kell, his quarterback counterpart, to make the tackle along with Colton Wagner in on half a tackle apiece. And Xander Lenz did a really nice job there to just pick up a yard and make it 3rd down and 6.
Yeah, I think he may have given up on that a little too early. I think he had a pitch out to the outside. There was a lot of real estate on the left side.
Just to circle back to something we said in the postgame, Jack Holtzman is suited up. He's got his helmet on. He's pacing around like he's ready to roll. Who knows? Maybe a special package that they got in there for him.
Kind of like one of those boxers that are just waiting in the locker room.
Come on, Coach, I'm ready.
Just waiting in that locker room, ready to get out there.
Xander Lenz once again, and flag from the back judge. It's a delay. And Lenz did not see the hand go up from the official in the back of the end zone. And this close to the end zone, they are maybe a little bit further back than maybe they would usually be because they have to be at the back of the end zone like that. He obviously didn't see him when he was putting his hand up and counting.
And this really changes complexions here on your 3rd down call. You were 3rd and 6, now it's 3rd and 11. Lomira can really kind of do a little better job in terms of predicting what might come here. This has more of a likelihood of being a pass play rather than a run play.
And this is right around where Bentley Coots missed that last field goal as well because he slipped. And so that's got to come into effect as well. Here comes Lenz. Launches it to the corner of the end zone, overthrows Ben Baker. Duran was there in coverage as well. Nice coverage by him. And it's going to be 4th down and 11. We'll see what
very
Springs
interesting.
decides.
Very interesting decision that Wilderman's going to have to make right here.
He's keeping the offense there.
Do you trust the turf or – because that's always the hard part here, especially on a cold and kind of damp night like this.
Sure.
It's been pretty wet here over the last couple days.
8:28 to go in this second quarter, still scoreless, and the offense stays on the field. Kale Krusik going to run in the play here, and we'll see what the offensive staff cooks up here from the Ledgers. Offensive coordinator.
This could be a big play here for Lomira defensively if they can get the stop after giving up the 36-yard run to McGuire earlier in the drive that flipped the field position.
This would be the second time deep in Lomira territory. Here's the Lenz pass, and it's batted away. Lenz got belted by Stager. And then on the far side of the field, that's Aiden Campbell, who laid out and got a hand on it at the last minute.
That was a terrific play by Campbell to undercut that route. That play was open on the far sideline. Just a terrific job defensively to come in and undercut the route. And like you said, Lenz took a shot from Stager at the end of the play. It's a big stop here by Lomira on defense.
2 trips inside of the Lomira 30, well, really 2 trips inside the 25-yard line. One of them into the red zone, and Springs still scoreless. So and that was the difference between Week 4. Springs cashed in on both of those possessions back in Week 4.
Yeah, now it's a missed field goal, albeit from a slip, and now a turnover on downs.
Here is James on the carry, goes straight up the middle, and gets met with some sort of tackle from Josh Ducks, hammered him. Pickup of 2, 2nd and 8.
Well, this game seems like it's going to be like a 10-7 type of game.
We might be 0-0 in triple overtime.
Well, I got plans tomorrow. I don't know about you.
I can be here till Saturday night if I need to. I just got to be off here by 5 o'clock so I can get over to Rosendale and do some volleyball tomorrow night.
I've got a wedding anniversary. So.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, well, that probably trumps it.
Yeah, just a little bit.
7 minutes and 45 seconds left in this second quarter, and there is a false start.
I think the right guard might have moved for Lomira. I saw a little helmet flinch.
Yeah, and he stayed down too. Number Number 58, Mason Shelvin. He stayed in the position afterwards. I almost don't look at me.
So I didn't do it.
It's going to be 2nd down and 13 after that negative play, and really the first negative play, I would say, for Lomira. They've had a couple of runs that have gone for negative half a yard, but really nothing like that where they're clearly behind the sticks now.
No, and I think that just they've only had like a couple plays where it was just -1, -2. They did have the 10-yard penalty on the kick return, but really I think they've done a much better job in generating more consistent positive plays.
Steger in motion, the give once again to Elijah James. James, good patience, cuts upfield. That was a really nice run by Elijah James. He gets back the penalty yardage. It's going to be 3rd down and 8. And he just kind of did what they always teach you to do. Put your hand on the back of the offensive lineman. You take me to the promised land, big boy. And
it's almost like putting the steering wheel on the back of the offensive lineman.
Yeah.
Turn left, turn right, make sure you put your blinker on.
Because that one would have been stopped for about a gain of 1. For a younger running back, or maybe someone that wasn't quite as patient as James was there, to let that block set up.
Yeah, and that's sometimes when you have younger players like a Schomburg or a James who are really seeing full-time action for the first time this season. Those are things that you just learn and develop as the course of the season develops. Now we got 4 wide here for the Lions.
Schomburg is in the backfield as the running back. Here's Kell, drops back to pass. He surveys the field, has Wagner over the middle. It's Ben Baker. Baker jumps the pass, undercutting Wagner, and it's a big play here in the 2nd quarter. Ben Baker for the Ledgers comes up big.
Yeah, Cal should have just eaten that one up. And there was just nobody open downfield. Tried to force a play and got burned for it. Now Lomire's defense has got to pick up their offense. Good job by Baker to undercut the route.
Wagner, you can understand from Kell's perspective on the run, he saw Colton Wagner flash free. I think Baker was almost baiting him into that throw.
It almost looked like it from our vantage point.
So 1st down and 10. Second time a drive has started inside enemy territory for the Ledgers. Here's Xander Lenz, the keep. Now it's going to give it to Baker. Ben Baker, nice play by Blake Steger on that far side of the field. Good discipline with the eyes there. And just a pickup of 3 for Ben Baker on the misdirection.
And again, it's just a good play by Steger on the far side to read that and stay in his assignment to make sure that play didn't break open, because there was a decent amount of real estate for Baker to go.
Baker doesn't need much space. He's one of the players on this Ledger team that can score from anywhere on the field.
Yeah, he's definitely one of their home run hitters.
2nd down and 7 from the 34-yard line. Lenz takes the shotgun snap, the give to Stellmacher. Stellmacher plows ahead down to the 30, pickup of 4. It's going to be 3rd down and 3.
Cleveland on the tackle. 3rd and 3.
So can the Lions stand up again? It's going to be another 2 plays. They got to somehow stop the Ledgers on 2, because it's going to be 4 down territory here from the 30-yard line.
The thing to keep in mind, too, is that Lomira started the game with the football here, too.
All right, as we tick closer to halftime, an important thing to keep in mind. Here's Ben Baker with the run, trying that right side of the offensive line, and he's able to pick up a couple of yards. Oh, now they're going to readjust, and they're going to say he lost yards on the play. They are not giving him forward progress. The near side official is giving forward progress. The far side official is saying Baker reestablished forward momentum after he lost the yards.
Yeah, and that's exactly what Coach Wilderman is talking about here on the sideline, on this near sideline, is like, hey, you guys have marked forward progress, and the other side of that's kind of where I think he's arguing. He's not a happy camper right now.
Yeah, and he's got to be careful now. He is not hiding it at all, and I think this is probably going to force a timeout here. We'll see from Coach Wilderman. He cannot believe that this was not. And, yeah, it's going to be a timeout. He is not happy. Coach Wilderman is not. Let's take a timeout with him. We'll all get our cool back here on Radio Plus. Stay with us.
Joint or spine pain holding you back from the activities you love? Exhausted from relying on pain medications? Dreading the thought of steroid shots or invasive surgery, at New Medical Center, we believe in tapping into your body's own natural healing abilities. Our cutting-edge regenerative treatments use your body's own natural biologics to repair and restore damaged tissues. Visit us online at newmedicalctr.com. That's New Medical Center, 920-324-9899.
Schroffnagel Implement of Lomira is a proud sponsor of the Lions in today's game. A family-owned and operated business since 1951. They're a full-service ag and lawn and garden center, too. Pickup and delivery are available. Schroffnagel Implement of Lomira. Check out their brand-new up-to-date website at schroffnagel.com. That's schroffnagel.com. Go Lions from your number one team at Schroffnagel Implement, Lomira.
All right, back here at Fruth Memorial Field, there you see Coach Wilderman. He's still not thrilled with the explanation that he got from the far side official.
I mean, I think just in theory, the far side of the field, he's closest to the play. I think it's his call on the side, and I think that's what unfortunately is going to get lost here. But I think, unfortunately, that's the call. It's a judgment call at that point.
4th down and 5. Springs is going to go. Here's Lenz. Throws it off his feet. Man, that was a tough throw for Lenz to make, and it's incomplete. So turnover on downs once again. 2 straight drives that the Ledgers turned it over on downs. 2 straight incompletions on 4th down for Lenz. That time he jumped in the air and just couldn't get enough momentum behind the ball.
Yeah, and some of the players here on the sideline wanted a pass interference, but I think that was not really a catchable ball.
Yeah, a little wide there.
And he voluntarily left his feet there. I don't think they were going to get that call, but it's another great stand by this Lomira defense. They have been living on the edge, bend but don't break here so far. Missed field goal and then 2 turnovers on downs. That's your offense has got to do something here.
You just wonder how long you can live that life. That's a dangerous one to be living here in the postseason, isn't it?
Yeah, and again, Lomira started the game with the football, so Springs gets it at the start of the 3rd quarter.
I think that's probably Coach Gregory at least wants to take some time off this first half clock, I would think. Here's a run by Kell, his best run of the night, picks up 5, but it is a holding call, and they're going to get number 22 on the hold. That's Blake Stager. So that is from that spot. It would be right about 1st down and 19 from that spot. So that's where it'll be. 1st down for the Lions, and on back-to-back possessions there behind the sticks.
Throughout the course of the year in the games that I've seen Lomira play, they've had those issues with penalties. There was one game that they had 9. That's just too many. You can't have those kinds of mistakes. They are even more, and you hear it all the time, even more magnified when you get to here in late October and going into November. You saw a 10-yard penalty on a kick return, knock him back. Now you got a 10-yard penalty after a 5-6-yard gain on 1st down.
2 receivers to the top, 1 to the bottom, and the man in motion is Blake Stager. Stager to the near side slot. It's a pass here for Keegan Kell. He drops back about 7 steps. He's got the screen to Schomburg. Schomburg, looked like a hold. Yeah, they're going to get it. That was as clear as day in the backfield with the hold. And that's going to be, now you're talking about 1st down and probably close to 30 after that, because that.
And really a hold that didn't need to happen.
No, it didn't. Schomburg was past him.
Yeah, past him, and I think it looks like it might have been Cole Geiger that might have been the guilty party. He was in front of him. He had him blocked.
So Lomira. And that would have erased that penalty yardage and then some. A well-designed play.
Yeah, you're second in less than 2, you're within the sticks at that point. That's you just can't do that. Those are the kind of things that will drive a coach absolutely crazy.
So give Springs defense a ton of credit here. They have forced Lomira into, we'll just call it 1st and 28 is what it looks like from here. And they're going to run it with Schomburg to the far side. He's going to pick up about 3 or 4. It's still 2nd down and an eternity for the Lions. And Coach Gregory's just got to be happy to see the clock running down right now in this first half. Because to your point, they want to get out of this first half no worse than 0-0.
Yeah, and I think at this point, too, in addition to running out clock, you want to get that ball closer to the 1st down. Even if you don't get it, I think you have 2 plays to get it to at least the 40-yard line. So it sets up 3rd and short, or 4th and short, whichever you look at it, but you're at least, that's a 15, 20-yard difference in field position for your punt team.
Steger in motion once again, and he'll likely be the lead blocker. He will be for Elijah James. And James tries to power forward, breaks a couple of tackles, and after all of that, I think he broke 3 tackles on that run and picked up about 1.5 yards.
Broke more tackles than yards gained.
Yeah, and it is 3rd down and 22.
Meyer now is 0 for 2 on 3rd downs. The two teams combined are 0 for 6.
So a big play here in terms of field position forthcoming, and you just wonder if Coach Gregory even attempts a pass because there is the clock that's a factor in this as well, Nick. You don't want to stop that clock from a Lomira perspective. And for Springs, if you get the stop, maybe you take that timeout.
Yeah, but Springs has already spent 1 timeout, so you've got 2 left. Still decent amount of time left.
Here is some misdirection. A couple of lead blockers for Keegan Kell, and Kell is driven down after a pickup of 1 yard. It's 3rd down and 21, and there is the timeout triggered right away from Coach Wilderman. Let's take it with him. It's going to be 4th down and 21 after we return on Radio Plus.
Happy fall, y'all. Hi, this is Jackie with All Phase Heating, Cooling, and Geothermal, serving Dodge, Fond du Lac, Marquette, and Green Lake counties. Fall is a time for a whole home duct and dryer vent clean. Here's what I mean. Things off kilter, might need a new furnace cleaning and a filter. Dust and dander? We'll take a gander. We are your home for the Coleman Equipment brand. Call 920-763-2301 or log on to allphasecomforts.com, providing your comfort zone for all seasons.
Hey, it's Bucky. Give us a call, and we'll clean your ducky.
At Musa Sheet Metal, they spend generations building a better everyday life. They don't just build panels, they build a legacy. They're growing, innovating, and pushing the limits again with their brand new 24-gauge stocked steel line. Musa colors created by the Musa team, 25 bold choices ready to go, delivering the best solutions in architectural sheet metal. Say hi to the Musa apprentices. They're your neighbors, your classmates, and the future of the industry. Musa Sheet Metal. Revolutionizing steel, building the future.
We're back here on Radio Plus Video Sports. Thanks for joining us. Jordan King, Nick Detman with you up here in the Radio Plus broadcast booth at Fruth Field. And it's 4th down and 21 yards. And here's Alex Zahn for his 3rd punt of the day on 3 drives. Zahn gets it away. It's a line drive punt caught by Ben Baker at the 49. Baker going to retrace his steps backwards to his own field position. Here comes Ben Baker. He's got a seam, and he runs out of bounds. Shepherded out by Blake Steger, and it will be Springs football at the plus 33-yard line.
Yeah, I didn't get a good look at who it was.
Municipal Well and Pump began over 100 years ago, one community and one relationship at a time. Employee-owned,
I just know we're so behind
personal
right
stake
now.
in every project.
Today,
we're the largest well and pump contractor in the region.
Maybe even more.
Our customers know us as honest people who treat them as people. We believe every family deserves clean, abundant water. To us, nothing is more important. We might not always be the lowest priced option, but integrity and dependability can be rare. And in this vital industry, prioritizing a quality experience creates lifetime relationships. Municipal Well and Pump. We care about keeping clients connected to water.
So the first down play there from Springs is a swing pass out there to McGuire, who's easily been Springs' best offensive player in this first half. 2nd down and 9, and a lot of time came off the clock there as we tick under 1 minute and 10 seconds in this first half. Xander Lenz to the line. The give to Stellmacher. Will Stellmacher driven back by Colton Wagner. He is a monster at the linebacker position. And they're going to give Stellmacher about a half a yard, make it 1 yard. So it is 3rd down and 8. And the clock continues to run, 45 seconds. Springs ran in 2 plays on that last time, so here comes the second of the 2 plays. 40 seconds left on the first half game clock. Here is Lenz. Lenz looking out to this near side. This one up to Baker. Baker's got it near the sideline. He cannot get out of bounds, but they'll stop it to reset the chains. It's at the 20-yard line. 29 seconds left in this first half. They're going to tell him to spike the football. They got to reset the chains, though, and the chains have taken a long time to get down there. So they're going to spike the football before they even got the clock running. A nice job there by Springs. And it's the pass from Lenz to Baker down to the 20-yard line, pickup of 11 First down brought to you by Addison Jones. Here's the timeout taken by Lomira to get their defense set. Let's take it with them on Radio Plus.
Let me get you in this used car. There's a bunch of...
Yeah, that's what it feels like at most used car dealerships. Pushy sales tactics, pressure, and no peace of mind. At Schaefer Auto, we don't play that game. Every car's inspected by certified mechanics, and we got over 100 budget-friendly vehicles ready for you. Here, you actually get the space and support to choose the car that fits you.
Schaefer Auto, no tackles, no pressure, just the right car for you.
For over 120 years, Bristol Morgan Bank has served central Wisconsin communities. We're still here, not just as your financial partner, but as a community partner. Communities change over time. They grow, your business grows, your family priorities change. This is why, over the years, we've adapted to the needs of our customers, offering digital tools for convenience, scheduling in-person appointments where and when it works for you, designing products to impact your financial future, because that's what community banks do.
So 29 seconds left in this first half. It's second down and 10 as Springs had to use that first down to spike the football. Xander Lenz in the shotgun. Springs still has a timeout left in their pocket. Here's Lenz, drops back to pass. It's a blitz. Lomira misses, and Lenz gets out of bounds. He probably picked up about a yard. No, they're going to say he lost a yard, but he got out of bounds, and that was imperative. You know, you could obviously throw that away, but then you're waiting for the ball to hit the ground, and perhaps running it out of bounds there was worth the 1 yard to get that clock stopped at 23.
Just good job by Lomira defensively. Their man coverage on the back end, and they were glued to those receivers. It's now setting third down, where Springs is 0 for 5 on third down here tonight.
I think that was Shelvin who had an opportunity to perhaps drop Lenz for a sack, and that might have ended the half. 23. Oh, Springs still has that timeout. That's right. Lenz looks to the far side of the field. He's going to throw it up. Jump ball, corner of the end zone. It's caught by Ducks. Check that. It's Jackson Sobel on the far side of the field. Jackson Sobel, the fourth leading receiver in the Flyway Conference. And Xander Lenz put it on a plate.
Just check out the replay. Just a good jump ball there to Sobel. I thought it was well defended on the back end there by Lomira. Just the size advantage by Sobel was the difference there, and that is a very big touchdown, especially with Springs getting the ball to start the third quarter.
Here is Bentley Coots to tack on the extra point. Looks good. It is good. 7-0 on the Quest Interior scoreboard. The first points coming with 14 seconds left in this first half. Let's take a timeout as the Ledgers take in the lead here nearing halftime. Back after this.
From our initial consultation to the final closing, I'm with you every step of the way, ensuring a smooth and seamless home selling experience. My goal is to make the home selling process smooth and worry-free. For a smooth and successful sale, contact Brock Fleischer at 920-960-0555 or visit WeSellWisco.com.
So we return here to Fruth, where Springs gets on the board here, 7-0 on the Quest Interior scoreboard, with 14 seconds left in this first half. On a beautiful rainbow ball to the far side, Xander Lenz found Jackson Sobel. Coots, line drive kick. It's going to go all the way back to Campbell, Aiden Campbell across the 20-yard line. Good job there. A couple of Lomira Lions could have had a block in the back, but a nice play by Campbell on the return, and Lomira will take it over there.
You've dreamt of the kind of home you want to live in for years. Now is the time to turn that dream into a reality. Quest Interiors has you covered with flooring, cabinetry, and countertops all in one place. From kitchens and bathrooms to family and bedrooms, bring your vision to life with professional installation. Visit our showrooms in Oshkosh and Fond du Lac. Quest Interiors, exceptional style, exceptional savings.
So 9 seconds left here in this second quarter. See if Lomira does anything with this or if they're just going to take it to the halftime. The turn, the give. Here goes Schomburg. Schomburg's got a little bit of a hole, and he cuts forward, and he's out near midfield. And, well, it's going to be a timeout there from Lomira. So 3 seconds left. Schaumburg's marked at the 50, and we will take the timeout along with the Lions and see what they cook up through this timeout with the last play of the first half right after this.
We are Hooksha's Marketing Greenhouse, and we have been leading a greenhouse here in Fox Lake since 1981. Family owned and operated, we provide beautiful flower baskets and fruit and vegetables to residents of South Central Wisconsin. We know the importance of having a variety of flowers, fruits, and vegetables available to our customers throughout the year. Discover the finest selection of locally grown produce, including sweet corn, tomatoes, and cucumbers, along with a variety of fresh fruits. At Hooksha's Marketing Greenhouse, we believe in providing our customers with the freshest and highest quality produce. Come visit us and taste the difference.
3 seconds left on that Quest Interior scoreboard. What are you looking for here, Nick? I don't know if there's any high school quarterbacks that can throw it 60 yards, which is about what you need to get it to the end zone.
There's some pros who can't.
Correct, yes, correct.
I think we're, if anybody remembers the 2005 or 2006 Fiesta Bowl, Oklahoma, Boise State, hook and ladder.
You know, as an Oklahoma State grad, I love that. One of my favorites. Here is the deep ball from Cal, and this one's going to be well overthrown. You're looking for Hunter Dooley. That's going to end this first half. 7-0 on the Quest Interior scoreboard. And who is in the defensive backfield there for the Ledgers? One of their leaders. We talked about him pregame. Jack Holtzman. Good to see him out there. Number 1 was the closest to the ball when that got batted away. All right. We got our Holiday Automotive Halftime Show. Stick around for that. That comes up next on Radio Plus.
Municipal Well and Pump began over 100 years ago, one community and one relationship at a time. Employee-owned, employee accountable, a personal stake in every project. Today, we are the largest well and pump contractor in the region. Our customers know us as honest people who treat them as people. We believe every family deserves clean, abundant water. To us, nothing is more important. We might not always be the lowest priced option, but integrity and dependability can be rare. And in this vital industry, prioritizing a quality experience creates lifetime relationships. Municipal Well and Pump. We care about keeping clients connected to water.
A life in motion is a life well lived. At every age and every stage, we help you do more of the things you love. To keep you moving. To keep you achieving. To keep you striving. At Aurora Healthcare, we make care easier and more accessible than ever.
Dripping faucets and running toilets aren't just annoying, they're increasing your water bill. Clogged toilets and drains aren't just frustrating, they often indicate bigger problems. Pipe bursts aren't just messy, you need Maxwell Plumbing. These guys are affordable, and they know what they're doing. For plumbing projects and problems, it's Maxwell Plumbing, located in Lomira, serving Dodge, Fond du Lac, and Washington counties. Maxwell Plumbing and HTG.com.
Happy fall, y'all. Hi, this is Jackie with All Phase Heating, Cooling, and Geothermal, serving Dodge, Fond du Lac, Marquette, and Green Lake counties. Fall is a time for a whole home duct and dryer vent clean. We'll take care of what can't be seen. Removing dust? For us, that's a must. And a reminder, get on a furnace maintenance plan now so your home is clean and cozy this fall and winter. We are your home for the Coleman Equipment brand. Call 920-763-2301, providing your comfort zone for all seasons.
Hey, it's Bucky. If you're lucky, we'll be faster than a Derby from Kentucky.
If you're considering building a home, it's important to sit down and have a conversation with your realtor, your financial advisor, or your builder. Signature Homes has client appointments throughout the course of the week that specifically just discuss, is it right for you? Does it make sense? Is this the right timing? Can we be the right builder? Can we provide the right product? We really don't have a limitation to what we build or who we build for. It really comes down to what you need and if we're a fit. And we're certainly going to do everything we can to bring your signature home to life.
Planning a new building, whether it's commercial, ag, or residential, you need a building that will last. You need Pino. Our experienced design build team will make your vision a reality. After all, we've been doing it for over 45 years. To start your next project, go to PinoBuildings.com and you'll learn about the Pino difference. Pino, built better for future generations.
FES Bank is here to help you achieve your dream of home ownership.
For a limited time, we're offering home loans with just $595 closing costs plus title. Whether you're buying a new home or wanting to refinance, our experienced team is here to assist you. Visit our website at fbsbank.com or give us a call at 1-800-242-7880. Our friendly and experienced team will help guide you through the journey with FBS Bank. FBS Bank. Banking made personal.
Angling-only guide service with Captain Jeremy Brenner.
Captain Jeremy Brenner here. We are the premier Lake Michigan salmon charter out of Sheboygan, Wisconsin. Each trip is 6 hours and includes fish cleaning. The cost is $400 per trip Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, and only $340 on weekdays for up to 6 people. I personally guarantee you will catch fish. The season runs June through Labor Day. Contact me at anglingonlyfishing@gmail.com to book today and check out my Facebook page, Captain Jeremy Brenner, Sheboygan Salmon.
PT Tire and Service is a family-owned business that invests in you and your family. From one family to another, safe travels and seamless automotive maintenance makes every trip a great trip. PT Tire and Service serving Central Wisconsin with excellence for over 20 years. Call 920-346-TIRE for all your automotive needs. PT Tire and Service Brandon. No job too big or too small. PT Tire and Service in Brandon does it all. Call today 920-346-TIRE.
When you hire the attorneys with the Everson Law Office, you're getting more than professional presentation. The attorneys at Everson Law Office are committed to excellence and have been successfully representing their clients since 2005. Practicing business law, estate planning, probate, guardianships, and real estate, they work closely with their clients, providing exceptional legal services that are catered specifically to their needs. Call attorney William Everson at 920-922-7113 or go to everson-law.com.
Gas prices, home expenses, education. Will those costs always go up? Probably. At Winnebago Lutheran Academy, we can help you with one of them. We are a part of the Wisconsin Parental Choice Program, a program which enables qualifying families to receive a quality Christian education at no cost. That's right, zero tuition if you qualify. To learn more, visit WLAVikings.org.
Living it for 4 years, loving it forever.
From our initial consultation to the final closing, I'm with you every step of the way, ensuring a smooth and seamless home selling experience. My goal is to make the home selling process smooth and worry-free. For a smooth and successful sale, contact Brock Fleischer at 920-960-0555 or visit WeSellWisco.com.
The energy, the excitement. It's game time for our Lomira Lions, and Kindex Construction is proud to stand behind our hometown team. Whether it's the court, the field, or the track, it's the passion, commitment, and teamwork of our athletes, coaches, and fans that make this community strong. Kindex Construction is proud to support the Lions and proud to serve our community with commercial, agricultural, and residential construction services, including site grading, sewer, and water work. From every corner of Lomira, we're cheering you on. Let's show them what Lions are made of. Good luck, Lomira Lions.
Glad to be back with you here on this beautiful, chilly Friday night here at Fruth Field. Level 1 football action here in WIAA Division 6 playoffs between number 3 St. Mary's Springs and number 6 Lomira. Both of these teams were ranked the first time they played. Obviously, Lomira slipped out of those rankings as the year went on. So did Springs. And here in Level 1, it's a 7-0 ball game on that Quest Interiors scoreboard. This is the Holiday Automotive halftime show. Holiday brings us our halftime highlights. Holiday Automotive, it's worth the trip. Well, obviously we got a front runner for our play of the game with that big touchdown pass there to close out that first half by Xander Lenz, able to find Jackson Sobel. What else in terms of key plays jumped out with you there, Nick? And then you got some statistics you can share with us and scores from around the area that we might be interested in.
Well, I thought one key play, too, that was right on the first possession by Springs. They had a chance to go get a field goal, but just an important slip on the field goal attempt was a big stop, I thought, for Lomira, and I think that's really helped them stay in this game for the most part, because really yards have been hard to come by. They have just unofficially 56 total yards of offense, 47 on the ground, 9 through the air. So yards have been tough to come by, and we thought that was going to be the case, and as it was when Week 4 when these two teams played. On the other side, we got Springs. They've got 131 yards of total offense, 97 through the ground, and 34 through the air. But 21 came on that essentially the last play of the first half, the touchdown pass from Lance DeSable, which accounts for the only scoring here in the first half. And then just on the Quest Interior out-of-town scoreboard, we've got Kimberly up 10-7 in the second quarter against Fond du Lac. Approaching halftime in Mayville, it's all Cardinals 34-0. Over Chilton. Halftime in Grantsburg, it's 12-3 Grantsburg, the runner-up for the D6 title last year, playing Laconia, the 8th seed. Again, 12-3 Grantsburg in that one at halftime. Closing in on the end of the first half, just up the road, WLA leads Arcadia 21-0. Waupun leads Delavan Darien 20-15, and then Tomahawk leads Omro 21-7.
There's your out-of-town scoreboards, and just really quick, Grantsburg is driving. There's a few seconds left in that first half, so they could extend that, but Laconia playing very well against Grantsburg after, making a 5.5-hour drive up there. They left school today at 10:15.
Why even bother?
I know, no kidding. They expect to get back tomorrow morning at about 3:15. All right, we'll take another timeout. Right now, points off of turnovers. We said turnovers are always big in the playoffs. It was a Ben Baker interception, paid off with a Xander Lenz to Jackson Sobel touchdown, and that's how the Ledgers have a 7-0 lead here at halftime. We'll take another timeout. We'll come back with second half action here on Radio Plus. Stay with us.
At the Pioneer Keg, great food meets a fun atmosphere. Dive into their full menu featuring award-winning cheese curds and our homemade pizzas that are simply irresistible. Try the famous Brewmaster Challenge, where the food takes center stage. And if it's Friday, get ready for our amazing Friday fish fry. Check out our relaxed atmosphere, hang with friends, where everyone has a good time. Come thirsty, come hungry, and leave happy. The Pioneer Keg, 122 South Milwaukee Street, Theresa, Wisconsin.
Slick's Ag Service in Lomira is sending a huge shout out to all those in Lomira Athletics. You've put in the hard work, the dedication, and the hustle. Now it's time to show what the Lomira Lions are made of. If it's game time or school time, Slick's Ag Service is proud of the Lomira school community. All of us at Slick's Ag Service are proud to support our hometown athletes. Play hard, play smart. You'll get that W. Good luck, Lomira, and remember, if you need manure spread, just call Slick. He'll lay it on pretty thick.
Today's game is brought to you by Edward Jones and these area Edward Jones financial advisors. Robert Bruce, located at 68 North Main Street. Patrick Ellistad, located at 560 Fond du Lac Avenue. Matt Moses, located at 201 South Marr Street. Jeff Wills, located at 649 Fond du Lac Avenue. And Matt Helmer, located at 649 Fond du Lac Avenue. Good luck to all athletes in today's game. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Upgrade now and get more vehicle for your buck during the truck season sale at Holiday. Lease this new GMC Sierra Elevation at $449 per month, or score rates as low as 0.9% plus generous cash incentives on a new Sierra while you enjoy our genuine guest care.
It's impressive how easy car buying can be with Team Holiday on your side. I'm New York running back Braylon Allen, and I drive Holiday.
Find yours and drive it home today from Holiday Automotive, Fond du Lac.
It's worth the trip.
Join Ahern and build a better future. Ahern is a mechanical fire protection and fabrication contractor that's been doing business in our community for over 145 years. They're now hiring and typically recruit over 180 positions from across the company. Trades, apprenticeships, office professionals, internships, and much more. Log on to aherncareers.com to learn about the company and the positions they're looking to fill. Build a better future for yourself and your community. Go Ledgers from Ahern.
Looking for a change? A new career that checks all of the boxes? Excellent benefits? A great team culture? And plenty of room to grow? Metalcraft of Mayville is looking for candidates like you to fill openings in Mayville, West Bend, and Beaver Dam. Metalcraft truly believes employees make the difference, offering paid training, top wages, and a regularly sanitized, safe workplace. Apply today at mtlcraft.com.
Metalcraft of Mayville.
Dedication, training, giving 100%. Back in Action proudly supports high school athletes on and off the field. From physical and occupational therapy, pre- and post-orthopedic surgery, to work and sports injuries. The staff at Back in Action is trained and dedicated to you and your recovery. Your personal care plan starts with a visit to Back in Action in Fond du Lac, Kewaskum, Mayville, and New Holstein. Back in Action, getting you back in the game. BackinActionRehab.com.
At our store, it's about the people, and it's about the experience you have from the minute you walk through our doors. It's about serving you and listening to what you came in for. It's having real conversations with people in our community, and it's giving back. It's being a one-stop shop for all your electronic, appliance, and home furniture needs. Since 1922, we've been sharing our knowledge and providing pieces that make your life just a little bit better. Silica for your home.
For over 120 years, Bristol Morgan Bank has served central Wisconsin communities. We're still here, not just as your financial partner, but as a community partner. Communities change over time. They grow, your business grows, your family priorities change. This is why, over the years, we've adapted to the needs of our customers, offering digital tools for convenience, scheduling in-person appointments where and when it works for you, designing products to impact your financial future, because that's what community banks do.
Welcome to Hooksha's Marketing Greenhouse. Here at Hooksha's Marketing Greenhouse, we are proud to provide South Central Wisconsin with the most beautiful flowers and freshest fruits and vegetables. In the fall, we have many varieties of squash and pumpkins, to just name a few. We are also proud to offer one-of-a-kind gifts like hanging baskets, iron hangers, decorative planters, and concrete statuary. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook for more info and pictures. So come on out to Hooksha's Marketing Greenhouse, located on Highway A between Fox Lake and Randolph, and you'll be glad you did.
The Rademan family has been quarrying and producing natural stone products for over 50 years. Is your driveway in need of repair? Here at Rademan's, our crushed stone division provides our customer with stone needed for maintaining your gravel driveway. Our quarry stone division provides landscape stones such as stepping stones and retaining wall stone for your outdoor living areas. We also offer natural thin and full veneer stone for interior applications such as fireplaces or outdoor applications to combine with or replace your siding or brick. Rademan Stone and Landscape Company, where we have the materials to do the best work on earth.
A personal experience with a custom feel. Each home Smith Builders builds is unique. The design and selections perfectly crafted for you. To learn more, visit smithbuildersinc.com or stop by 227 Morris Court. Smith Builders of Fond du Lac. Traditional values, exceptional services. A proud sponsor of local high school sports.
If you're considering building a home, it's important to sit down and have a conversation with your realtor, your financial advisor, or your builder. Signature Homes has client appointments throughout the course of the week that specifically just discuss, is it right for you? Does it make sense? Is this the right timing? Can we be the right builder? Can we provide the right product? We really don't have a limitation to what we build or who we build for. It really comes down to what you need and if we're a fit. And we're certainly going to do everything we can to bring your signature home to life.
Whether you enjoy the sunshine of summer with boating, jet skiing, UTV riding, mowing lawn, gardening, or camping, enjoy the leaves falling in autumn, getting to that perfect nature walk or hunting, or enjoying the Wisconsin snowfall hiking, four-wheeling, snowmobiling, traveling across the state, or just driving up and down your driveway, call PT Tire and Service for all your automotive and recreational needs. Call 920-346-TIRE.
Well, we're back here for second half of action on Radio Plus Video Sports. 7-0 on the Quest Interiors scoreboard. The two big plays that you saw there in the first half. The first one on defense, Ben Baker picks off Keegan Kell in plus territory. 3 of the Ledger's drives started in plus territory tonight. And then obviously the big play, 21 yards from Xander Lenz to Jackson Sobel. Third quarter tonight is sponsored by Aurora Healthcare. Who do you trust with your family's health? For aches and pains, physicals, and sports injuries, Fond du Lac families choose Aurora Healthcare and Dr. Marshall Rutherford. A family medicine specialist, Dr. Rutherford is your go-to for keeping your family healthy. Learn more at aurora.org/doctors.
Do you have any sponsors that can supply pens that don't freeze in cold temperatures?
We're
getting close.
I will be your
here.
sponsor. There is no one that carries around a pen bag as religiously as I do to games.
But halftime score, Cedar Grove, Belgium. It's the Rockets 28-14 at halftime. That's of relevance because the winner of that game plays the winner of this one next week.
Yeah, kind of interesting. They're playing Mishicot tonight. Here is the nice return there by the Ledgers. Number 29 on the return, Brayson Gerholt. An excellent return and good field position at their own 40 to start off this next possession. Mishicot, Cedar Grove, Belgium. Sound familiar to Lions fans? Both teams on that path to the Division VI state championship last year.
That's right. That was Mishicot in level 1, Cedar Grove, Belgium in level 2.
And I think Manitowoc Lutheran was in there too. I think Lutheran might have won 2 and Cedar Grove 3.
Yeah, maybe Manitowoc Lutheran was the number 2.
Here is Xander Lenz. The turn, the give. Stellmacher straight ahead, bundles forward for 3 yards. Second down and 7 upcoming. What's got to change for Lomira here in the second half, Nick?
I think I'd be better in execution-wise. I think they've had a couple of positive plays that have been called back by penalty. None more than on one of the last drives of the first half. They had 2 plays that really looked strong. Got himself in the third down and deep, and ultimately you're forcing your quarterback to make a tough decision, and he threw it an interception, ultimately led to a touchdown. So they got to execute better.
Here is Stellmacher once again, his second carry of this second half, and he picks up about 1.5 yards, 2 yards. They're going to give him the 45, and it's 3rd down and 5 for the Ledgers here on their opening drive of the second half. In that first half, another name that we got to give credit to is Jack McGuire. I know they didn't pay off any of his great runs with scores in that first half, but McGuire was their most explosive runner, and that's saying something on a team that boasts Will Stellmacher.
Yeah, McGuire 4 carries for 50 yards in that first half.
Is 10 plus yards a carry good? Yards per carry good?
Well, he had 36 on one, so.
Touche. Here is Xander Lenz on 3rd down and 5. Comes out to the near side, belts one downfield. He's got Kuhn! Joey Kuhn to the house. There is a flag on the field.
I think this is going to be a holding on the offense.
It's going to be a hold on the Ledgers.
Steger had the edge on the offensive line, and he had no choice but to hold him, or otherwise his quarterback was going to get creamed. Big break here for Lomira defensively.
And the Ledger fans were already disappointed in this officiating crew after a couple of bad spots, in their opinion, in that first half. And the holding penalty from a 3rd and 5 touchdown pass that would have gone for 55 yards to Joey Kuhn. An absolute beauty from Xander Lenz. Erased via the penalty, 3rd down and 15. Wow. Got to put a star next to that one in terms of importance of this ball game tonight, Nick.
Yeah, absolutely. If Lomira can get off the field here and turn it into a score, certainly circle this moment in the game as a possible swing.
What a play by Joey Kuhn, just outrunning Aiden Campbell. Here's a pass to Jackson Sobel over the head. Sobel can't bring it in, and it's 4th down and 15. Here comes the punting unit for the first time for the Ledgers. They had a missed field goal, 2 turnovers on downs, and a touchdown in the first half, and be the first time that we see Ben Baker tonight.
And Schaumburg about to stand near his own 30-yard line, waiting to receive this kick.
So a massive, massive holding penalty takes 7 points off the board for the Ledgers. And it's going to give Lomira the football with probably, barring penalty, their best field position of the ball game. Here is Hunter Schaumburg, picks it up at the 40-yard line. Schaumburg's going to try the far side. Nice tackle on that far side. Second time we've said the name of Brayson Gerholt.
made a couple nice plays in special teams, had the really nice return to start this second half. That makes a good open field tackle on that one.
Lomira has been nowhere near midfield to start possessions. Ball at 45.
Yeah, wish we were able to track the field position. I imagine their field position is somewhere inside their own 25, maybe even 20-yard line compared to Springs, who has seemed to live in Lomira's side of the 50 this tonight. But despite that, Lomira still sits just down 7-0.
7-0 on that Quest Interior scoreboard. As you said, 10:14 to go in the third quarter. First possession of the Lions here in the second half. A really nice job by James to get something out of that. He got hit in the backfield. It was Matt Miller who had the monster game along with Ducks defensively in week 4. He hit him in the backfield. James was able to power forward and pick up 2.
Yeah, Miller ran up to the line of scrimmage just as they were snapping it, so Lomira was not able to account for him in their blocking scheme, and he was able to get to him in the backfield. But James, very strong athlete, was able to lean forward and gain respectable yards to set up 2nd and 7.
A little miscommunication here. The Ledgers don't have anyone out here covering James in the slot. Instead, it's a run to the far side with Keegan Kell, and this is Kell's best run of the night. He's near the first down sticks. It's going to be 3rd down and a short 1. We'll see if Coach Gregory gets aggressive here. It's 4-down territory for sure. Do you take a shot here? Do you get a little aggressive, or do you just pound the rock?
I think you do quarterback sneak right here.
That first down of the second half is important, isn't it, Nick?
Yeah, and again, going back to the field position game, too. I think when you've got a 7-0 game here and two teams that are really grinding at really yards, it's tough to come by. There's no question about it tonight. I think you have to try and get a first down here and in all effort try to flip the field a little bit more into your favor.
3rd down and half a yard it is. Keegan Kell. Kell able to dive forward, and he's got the first down. Picks up the half yard needed to the plus 45, and it's a first down. When it comes to first downs or moving into your first home, your call is to Addison Jones.
It's the first time either team has converted a 3rd down tonight. They were 0 for 8 up until then.
It's been that kind of game, hasn't it?
Yeah, and especially when it's conference opponents. These are two teams that have played each other, and they're two very good football teams. And you hate to get to this point in the season. You got two football teams here that are really, really, really good, but only one of them is going to get a chance to move on.
Man in motion is Hunter Dooley. He's got the carry here on the jet sweep. Dooley cuts forward, and he's met by Josh Ducks. And a nice job there by Dooley to fall forward. And what would have been a pickup of 1 is now a pickup of nearly 3.
Good block by Hunter Schomburg. Got the kick out block on the left side. Able to get the ball turned upfield for a short gain as opposed to getting brought down in the backfield.
Is your shoulder pain keeping you up at night? For pain relief, Fond du Lac families trust Aurora Healthcare and Dr. Lauren Potter. There are many causes of shoulder pain. As a shoulder specialist, Dr. Potter has the advanced training to take better care of your injury. Learn more at aurora.org, aurora.org/ortho.
Does old age count as an injury?
Got you sidelined? I threw out my back picking my child up out of the crib this week, so I can't say anything about that. There's a bad exchange that time from Schomburg and Kell. Loss of 3 on the play, 3rd down and 10, and there's that negative play that's just sneaking back in for the Lions. It killed them the first time around. It's taking some of the wind out of their sails here tonight, too.
Yeah, and we've seen it countless times here tonight. You've got a first down. You converted a 3rd down for the first time tonight, and you had a positive play, and now a miscommunication of whether Kell is going to hand off the ball on the option read or if Schomburg was going to take it. Now you're looking at 3rd and long, and this is a passing down here for Cal and the Lions offense.
Receiver to the near side is Charlie Cole. He's the leading receiver for Lomira this season. He's going to go deep. Here comes Ducks. Nice screen set up by the Lions. Here comes Schomburg on the left side. Builds his way through a couple of tackles, and he's inside the 40 at the 39-yard line. A nice run from Schomburg. Picks up 6 on the screen pass after he got it from Keegan Kell. Kell sold that well. Allowed Josh Ducks to hit him and just looped that pass enough to Schomburg. And I'll tell you what, Schomburg got hit after about 3 yards and carried a couple of guys to 6.
Yeah, and he did a good job setting up the blocks, too. I thought he had a really nice lane to work through, but just good pressure defensively to work off those blocks. My St. Mary Springs allowed that for that play to have minimal gain. think this is a big play in this game early on here in the third quarter.
The first 4th down attempt for the Lions tonight at the Springs 39-yard line. 4th down and 4. Here comes the blitz. Out route. It's caught by Wagner on the far side of the field. And they go back to the trusty senior leader, Colton Wagner. A pickup of 6. They needed 4. First down brought to you by Addison Jones, and the Lions keep it moving.
When you need a big play, you look to a senior to make that play. As you look here on the Radio Plus Sports replay, Wagner just able to get some separation on the left side, on the right side, knows where the first down marker is. You look for seniors to make plays in critical spots. Good play there by Wagner and the senior.
How about that catch? I mean, Wagner he hadn't been a receiver all his life. Now a little high from Keegan Kell. Able to bring that in. That's a big play.
Just showcases how good of an athlete he really is.
So a first down and 10. Here comes Kell to the near side. And a nice block on the near side. The Ledger fans wanted a hold. I think that was a really nice block there by Mason Shelvin. He just sealed him off.
And there's a flag coming here on the sideline. I think this is going to be an unsportsmanlike on the spring sideline. As it came here on the near side, and he's pointing right at the coach. I think this is a 15-yard sportsmanlike penalty on the Ledgers.
Well, it just made the sideline warning signal, so that would be a warning for the first one. So there would be no penalty, but we'll see what they end up calling here with 5:31 to go.
But I thought it was a clean block, too.
I did, too.
The defender kind of turned his back, and that's why I think
it
made it look worse than what it actually was.
I agree. I thought Shelvin did a nice job there, so there is a sideline warning on Springs. So on the first instance, are they going to march off? Oh, they're going to march it off for.
I think of a sideline warning. I think it pertains to whether the guys on the sideline are outside the box. That could be possibly the case.
So
here.
this is maybe.
So I think this is a personal foul and sportsmanlike penalty.
Yeah. Maybe he didn't wave the arms forward. Maybe he just put them out. I think you might be right there, Nick.
That's a key penalty here because now you're Lomira. You have got to score in this drive. You have got the ball in the red zone.
They converted on 4th down. Ball sits at the 16 after the 15-yard unsportsmanlike penalty. Here is Elijah James straight up the middle. That's the biggest hole that I have seen this Ledger's defense give up in terms of the defensive line this season. And I've seen 5 Ledger games this year. That time James able to sprint forward for a quick 6. And with 5 minutes left in this third quarter, the Lions are knocking on the door here, Nick. But
you're feeling that momentum starting to build. Now, what we've talked about throughout the course of the game is to avoid now the negative play. You've strung a few things. You got momentum. You got the big penalty. Now you got to capitalize if you're Lomira.
Here's Elijah James. Check that. It is James. He slips in the backfield, and he's going to lose it back to the 10.5-yard line. And so that makes 3rd down a little bit more interesting.
Yeah, tough break for Lomira. There was a nice hole created between the left guard and the left tackle in the B gap, and it's just the turf has been a problem. There's been a lot of slipping by both teams here tonight. We saw it on the field goal earlier, and we've seen it on a couple other plays here tonight. The turf is not cooperating for these guys tonight.
3rd down and 5. Over the last 2 weeks, Nick, the Lions have been stopped inside the red zone 3 different times. And against WLA twice. One was inside the 5. One was down at the 1 last week against Mayville. Here is Keegan Kell on 3rd down and 5. They're going to sprint out to the far side. Cuts up field. He's got some blocks. Dives forward. He's got the first down. Kell needed the 6. He got down to about the 3-yard line. Give him about 7 or 8 on the pickup. And it's 1st and goal Lomira. First downs tonight brought to you by Addison Jones. Whether you're earning first downs or earning your first home, your first call is to Addison Jones.
I thought Schomburg was the key on that block. Got the kick out, allowed Kell to cut inside. Even Mason Schlelvin also had a really nice block on the right side to help generate that kind of real estate. Now the Lions have it 1st and goal inside the 5.
Move the ball back to the 4-yard line. 1st and goal from there. Hunter Dooley is in the near side slot. Wagner is the tight end. The give is to Schomburg. Hunter Schomburg, and there is a flag, and Schomburg is cut down near the 10-yard line out at the 7 by Ben Baker. A nice play from Baker's safety spot. And it's going to be a hold on the right side of the offensive line. We'll see if Springs wants it.
I think if you're Springs, you take the penalty, or you take the play.
Right now, it would be a loss of 3, so it'd be second and goal from the 7 versus.
Because I think that was a first down carry.
It was.
So they're going to take the penalty and move it back to first and goal at the 14.
It's probably about a horse apiece. Well, I suppose when you do the math, it probably works out better to take the yardage on the penalty there, doesn't it? With 3 plays from the 14, or 4 plays for all intents and purposes, rather than 3 from the 7. I think that does check out. Good decision there by Springs, I would say. Here is Kell, aborted snap. The ball is on the turf. Who's got it? It's Keegan Kell, jumped back on top of it. That was a good snap, I would say. It didn't look like.
I think Kell just took his eye off it. He was looking for where his blockers were going to set up, and he didn't corral it.
Agreed. I thought that was a pretty good snap that time from Lomira. So second down and goal, from the 14.
I think this is 4-down territory for Lomira.
And now it was absolutely the right decision to take that yardage. I think we've seen from Lomira the past 2 weeks what they're going to do inside the red zone. They're going. I
think in this juncture of the game, when you haven't really had a lot of success with the on offense, you're inside the 20. You've got 2 plays here to go 14 yards.
Absolutely. Here is second down and goal. They're going to throw it back to the near side. It's Cole there from Kell, and it's batted away on the ground from Jackson Sobel. Nice play by Sobel. It looked like Cole almost came down with it, and then on the way down, I think Sobel might have batted that one away.
I think Kell just put a little too much air under that ball, and I think if he throws it more on a line and a frozen rope, Cole was open.
He was.
He was open. I think if you put that little more of a line drive throw, I think that's a touchdown. I think he just put too much air on it.
Another good play design there from Coach Gregory. They had Kell kind of fake like he was going to the far side, throw back to the near side, and they caught Jackson Sobel kind of cheating back to the middle, and he had just enough recovery speed to get on that looping pass.
Yeah, because Colton Wagoner came out and ran into the flat, which is the play they ran to get the first down on fourth down earlier in the drive, and that's what Springs rallied to.
Third and goal now from the 14. Referee counting down on the play clock. Here comes Keegan Kell to the far side. A jump ball for Alex Zahn in the corner of the end zone. Defended well by, for my money, the best defensive back in the Flyway Conference in Joey Kuhn. And it is 4th down and goal from the 14. And Lomira bringing on all sorts of new personnel. They are going to kick this thing. So on to kick for the Lions is Aiden Stuffle.
And Stuffle's got a really good leg. He can make this one. This is a makeable kick for Campbell.
It'll be a 31-yard try from the just about dead center on the field. Big play here. Good snap, good hold. Stuffle missed it to the left. Looked good, had the leg, and it just drifted off to the left for Stuffle, and Springs able to stand, and they will take over at their own 20-yard line.
When you look at the games, it's just the inability to cash in when they have been in the red zone.
It's more than just a job. It truly is a family. They value you, great pay, great benefits. They definitely care about setting people up for success in their retirement years. I don't see a reason to want to leave.
So the Ledger's going to have the ball at their own 20-yard line. 1st and 10 for Springs. Lenz sets his offensive line, and the pitch on the near side is to Ben Baker. Baker's got a ton of space before he's wrangled down by Colton Wagoner, and it's a pickup of about 9. It's going to be 2nd down and 1. Whether you're playing in a rec league or in the majors, sitting out due to injury is no fun. If pain has moved you to the sidelines, Aurora Sports Health can help get you back in the lineup. Start with a free injury evaluation from Aurora Sports Health. Request one at aurora.org/sports. And I
think that's Baker that's still down.
Yeah, and he's going to limp off to the near side. So Baker going to come off the field here for the Ledgers with a $1:46 to go in this third quarter. And you just said it there, Nick. The inability to score inside the red zone has plagued the Lions against 3 good teams in back-to-back-to-back weeks. Certainly cost them from being in the game against WLA. And, talking to Coach Hilber from Mayville after last week, he certainly thought that there was an opportunity that they left the door open on Lomira, and the Lions didn't take advantage of it,
Yeah, I think we have a clock issue here.
$1:49 is what they're trying to get back on the clock, and they got it now. Good operation down there from the Ledger personnel on the sideline. They got that figured out pretty quick. And now they'll start it back up. So Lenz once again sets the offensive line here on second down and short, and the give is to Stelmacher. He's driven backwards. Oh, they're going to give him first down yardage on the forward progress. I thought he got out to the 30. They're going to give him the 31, and it's another first down brought to you by Addison Jones. This can tick under a minute and a half here for the Ledgers as they look to go on a nice long scoring drive that would go a long way into making this a long fourth quarter for the Lions.
Really kind of take a hold of the game, too, is when Lomira has shown that they just have not been well on the offense. Springs goes up by 2 scores. That's going to be monumental for them.
Here goes Jack Holtzman. Oh, and there's a jump on the far side. Shelvin, I believe it was. Yeah, Mason Shelvin jumping off sides. Jack Holtzman on the field for that play, and they were going to send the dangerous, explosive runner in motion. And I've told anyone that would listen to me this year that if Jack Holtzman was healthy all season long and on this, contributing for this Springs team, the Ledgers finish no worse than second in the conference. In my opinion, he's just that big of a difference maker out there for them. And again, they finished third. It's not like they had a down year, but I tell you what, his ability to score from anywhere on the field, everything you say about Ben Baker, it's absolutely the case with Jack Holtzman as well. So here comes Holtzman in motion. Here is the give straight up the gut to Stelmacher. So we'll see if it's just a decoy use for Holtzman here tonight or if he's going to get a touch at all at any point in the ball game. But a good run from Stelmacher, and it brings up a second down and short. Now Springs could get creative if they want to.
Yeah, and with the penalty there by Lomira is now their 6th penalty of the night for 50 yards.
That's a massive.
I mean, there's
advantage.
really no such thing as good time penalties, but it just seems like tonight is
extra.
It has been kind of what we saw in week 4 with these two teams, is bad timing of these penalties.
The 4s are in the air around the crowd here tonight. We head to the fourth quarter between the Ledgers and the Lions. It's 7-0 back after this.
Got pain? See Shane. Dr. Shane Bauer at Bauer Chiropractic. Dr. Bauer can help relieve pain in arthritic knees, reduce and relieve pain from degenerative and herniated lumbar discs in your back. Dr. Bauer's laser treatment relieves pain and inflammation. Works like cortisone without the side effects. Dr. Bauer also offers custom orthotics for proper back posture. Since 1998, this area has trusted the team at Bauer Chiropractic. So if you've got pain, see Shane at Bauer Chiropractic.
Hi, I'm Aaron Sadoff, blessed to be the president of Marian University right here in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. If you are beginning your college adventure or looking to transfer, Marian University could be the perfect fit for you. Our beautiful campus, our amazing faculty and staff, our Division III athletics, and our amazing mission are waiting for you. Come visit Marian University. Not only will you get a great education, but we will help you become the best for the world. Good luck and go Sabres.
We're back here at Fruth Field between the Ledgers and the Lions. I'll tell you what, it has been a good game. Both these teams would probably say they've left something out there, but it has been a great contest between these two, and it is tight headed down the stretch run here. It's second down and short. We're going to call it second down and 2 from the 39-yard line for the Ledgers. The give to Stelmacher. He's stacked up short, so third down and short from the Ledgers' own 40-yard line.
All right, what do you call? Oh, it's third down.
Got to be Stelmacher straight up the gut, right? Got to be, I believe. This part of the game presented by Fogel Family Dentistry. Dr. Dylan Fogel is now the new owner of Doyle Kelly Dental on Fond du Lac Avenue in Fond du Lac.
A couple quick score updates for you. Cedar Grove, Belgium. Bishop still 28-14. That game's in the second half. Mayville, 41-0 on Chilton in the third quarter. It's 28-6. WLA over Arcadia. Again, Cedar Grove, Belgium. Mishicot winner plays the winner of this game next Friday in Level 2.
Here goes Jackson Sobel under center, and they're going to do the quarterback sneak with the tight end that a lot of teams are doing now in college and the pros. And, hey, why not take that and use it if you got a guy like Jackson Sobel that can drive the legs like he can? First down for the Ledgers, presented by Addison Jones, and a fresh set of not only downs, Nick, but an opportunity to run some more clock here from a Ledger perspective and see if they can't go on a game-icing drive here like we talked about at the end of that third quarter.
Even a field goal here by the Ledgers could feel monumental in terms of separation from the Lions, who have just not been able to sustain anything offensively, at least consistency.
McGuire back into the game. He stands next to Lenz. He's going to lead block for Stellmacher, who sprints forward, dives forward, and he's got another 3 yards. I'll tell you what, Stellmacher hasn't busted anything big tonight. I don't know what his numbers look like tonight, but he's done what he's needed to do, which is we're not going to get 10 yards per carry if your Springs out there. They understand that. They're okay with 2.5, 3 yards, and maybe you got to go for it on fourth down every now and again.
And that's what he's got, 13 carries, 38 yards rushing here tonight, just a shade under 3 yards per carry. So that's yards having tough to come by, really, by both teams. And that was the case in Week 4 with both these teams not even getting 200 yards of offense on either side. Again, that's the case.
Here's the count, and Springs might have another delay of game here. The crowd is yelling to get the ball snapped, and they do not get it off. And it's going to be second down and 13 after the second delay of game by the Ledgers with 9:46 to go in the ball game, and that is life for Lomira right there as they were struggling to kind of keep Springs at bay. Now it's a second down and long, and everyone in the stadium could see it except for the man that needed to.
The one that needed to. And you didn't want, and if you're St. Mary Springs, you don't want to spend a timeout either.
Correct. You want
to keep that clock running, and the last thing you want to do is set up a timeout.
So Lenz in the shotgun. He's got Stellmacher right next to him. McGuire's in the slot. They're going to throw the football. It's over to Jackson Sobel. He's got Sobel in the seam. It's the second time we've seen that big play. We saw it in Week 4, Nick. In the first quarter, they ran the same play, got Lomira's linebackers cheating up, and the big play to Jackson Sobel.
I'm going to check it out here on the replay. Great play action. I mean, you've been running this run play all night long.
Look at Lomira's linebackers
and they
there.
are just completely selling out on the run, and that's just an easy little pitch and catch. Seam route there. That's a touchdown saving tackle for now. A gain of 45 yards on that pass play.
A tick under 9 minutes in this game now, and Lomira's got to stand up in the red zone yet again. They've done it twice already tonight. Can they do it again? Here is Lenz. Pitches it out to Stellmacher. Stellmacher slips out near the 19-yard line. They're going to give him the 18 on the dive, but a loss of 3 yards on the play. About 2 yards. They're going to move it up to the – no, they're going to put it at the 18. Tell you what, these two line judges have not agreed very much tonight.
You just look at this on the screen here, just all that smoke from steam from the breaths here. When I was walking around at halftime, you could see the steam coming off the top of the helmets too.
Yeah.
So it's chilly. We're just a couple of ticks above freezing here tonight.
Lenz in the shotgun, a second down and 13 from the 18-yard line. Here's the misdirection. Give to McGuire straight up the middle. McGuire picks up 5. It's going to be third down and 8. Another good carry for Jack McGuire. He has been an X factor, and you mentioned it. You said, what about these guys that aren't the stars? If you would say, hey, who's going to be the big player for Springs? Jack McGuire is not going to come up too often in that conversation. He's been big tonight.
Yeah, he's up to 6 carries for 55 yards. He's been a nice alternative here for Springs in the run game. And especially when they've done that misdirection. That's done pretty well here tonight, and it was the same case last week against Amro. He really struggled defending that misdirection and that counterplay.
3rd down and 8 from the 13-yard line. Len's going to go to the far side. He's running all the way. Can he outrun Schaumburg? He cannot, but he stiff arms him. And a pickup of a couple here for Xander Lenz. He's able to get out of bounds, although that he doesn't want to go out of bounds. Normally, as a quarterback, you're thinking about it, but he did not want to. That's going to stop the clock with 7:16. They're going to run on Bentley Coots in the field goal unit. And you mentioned it. A field goal here would go a long way from a Ledger perspective into trying to make this an uphill battle for the Lions. See where he ends up putting down. He's just put down the tee at about the 19, so let's call it a 29-yard attempt for Bentley Coots. He missed on a 39-yarder, and they're going to take a timeout. The ref doesn't see it, and now the ref sees the timeout, and they almost gave up another free 5 yards on a delay of game. Timeout Springs, let's take it with them. Tempers are high here in the 4th. We're back after this on Radio Plus.
Integrity Saw and Tool is a proud sponsor of Fond du Lac area sports. They wish the best of luck to all local teams this fall and winter. Integrity prides itself on being the fastest producer of high-quality cutting tools and providing the most reliable sharpening service in the industry. If you're looking for a challenging career with excellent benefits and a family atmosphere, contact the team at integritysaw.com. That's integritysaw.com.
Play is everything. It's development, expression, fun, socialization, community, inclusion, connection, adventure, and discovery. We need play at all ages and stages of life to keep us and our communities healthy and happy and full of energy and excitement. Join our movement. Bring intergenerational, inclusive, and developmentally rich play to your community today.
Back here for Bentley Coots' field goal looks good. Got the leg. It's good. As it's now a 10-0 lead on the Quest Interiors scoreboard. Let's take a timeout. We're back with more after this on Radio Plus.
Dripping faucets and running toilets aren't just annoying, they're increasing your water bill. Clogged toilets and drains aren't just frustrating, they often indicate bigger problems. Pipe bursts aren't just messy, you need Maxwell Plumbing. These guys are affordable, and they know what they're doing. For plumbing projects and problems, it's Maxwell Plumbing, located in Lomira, serving Dodge, Fond du Lac, and Washington counties. Maxwell Plumbing and HTG.com.
So a 29-yard field goal for Bentley Coots, and the big play on that, a 45-yard pass from Jackson Sabel, from Xander Lenz. And Aiden Campbell's going to take it at the 11-yard line for Lomira. Breaks one tackle, falls forward out to the 30. Decent starting field position for Lomira. They'll start with it right there at the 30.
Slicks Ag Service in Lomira is sending a huge shout out to all those in Lomira athletics. You've put in the hard work, the dedication, and the hustle. Now it's time to show what the Lomira Lions are made of. If it's game time or school time, Slicks Ag Service is proud of the Lomira school community. All of us at Slicks Ag Service are proud to support our hometown athletes. Play hard, play smart. You'll get that W. Good luck, Lomira. And remember, if you need manure spread, just call Slick. He'll lay it on pretty.
First down and 10 from the 31-yard line for the Lions. Run to the near side with Elijah James. He comes outside trying to get out to the sideline, but they're going to keep the clock running as he was inbounds, a pickup of 5. Second down and 5, 6:55 to go in the ball game.
Not quite hurrying up here, but I think you're going to need to show a little more urgency right now as Lomira just walks back to the huddle here. We're under 7 to go, closing on 6.5 to go. You need 2 scores. I think they need to show a little more urgency.
This is where it's hard to be on this near hash when you got to run your quarterback all the way to the far sideline. Said this during the WLA game. I wonder if Coach Gregory's ever given any thought. I know he likes that personal touch with his quarterback. I get that. you wonder late in games if he ever thinks about running on that play with a wide receiver. Here is Hunter Dooley. Dooley makes a man miss with ducks and falls forward, picks up about 2.5. It's going to be 3rd down and short. 6 minutes and 13 seconds as Keegan Kell sprints to the sideline to get the call from Brian Gregory. 2 plays to get about 2 yards, 2.5 yards for the Lions, but we're under 6 minutes to play here, Nick. And it's a big play, big couple of plays for both of these teams. Springs gets a stop. It's
clearly 4-down territory for Lomira.
Easily. Here's Hunter Schomburg. Schomburg has a hole right up the middle, spins through a tackle, and he's going to be out near midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. So the clock will stop briefly to reset the chains, but this is going to be running before Lomira is back out with their next play. Nice pickup of make it 9 yards for Hunter Schomburg as they flirt with the midfield stripe once again. If you're just joining us, Lomira was stopped inside the red zone. They had goal to go, had a holding penalty that put him out to the 14-yard line, and then went over from the 14.
Yeah, missed field goal.
5:16 to go in this ball game. Here is Keegan Kell trying to get the ball to Colton Wagner. He's covered, lobs the ball to Wagner. Wagner as it goes off his hands. Nice play defensively made there by number 54, Matt Miller, who usually is the guy sprinting towards the quarterback to hit him, and that time was in coverage. Did a nice job to stay physical with Colton Wagner at the point of attack.
Yeah, and I think Colton thought he was a little more open than he was. Again, good, like you said, good job by Miller to stick with his man in coverage when he's not used to doing that. That could have been another big play. That was enough for 1st down yardage.
5 minutes and 8 seconds left in the ball game. You got to keep an eye on that clock. For Lomira fans, it's probably going double speed. For Springs fans, they're wondering why they haven't started it yet. Wagner comes in motion. Here is the pass. They're looking for Schomburg on the wheel route. It's undercut. Schomburg's got it. Schomburg down the left sideline. Schomburg to the house. It's 52 yards from Kell to Schomburg. It was undercut in the secondary from Jackson Sobel, and he just missed it by a fingernail. That was almost picked, Nick, and it's a touchdown for the Lions. They're back in it.
Well, you just watch here on the replay. Just a terrific wheel route executed, and like you said, just out of reach, just right there. Boy, if he comes up with that interception, that could have ended the ball game right there and said that is a huge touchdown here for the Lions.
You know, if someone just turned on their TV and they haven't watched Lomira all year, they heard Schomburg down the left sideline touchdown. I thought he graduated. He did. He's up in the booth right next to us talking about Taylor Schomburg. That was Hunter Schomburg, 52 yards to the house. Great play call, great execution. It's a 3-point game. 10-7 on the Quest Interior scoreboard. Back after this on Radio Plus.
At Musa Sheet Metal, they spend generations building a better everyday life. They don't just build panels, they build a legacy. They're growing, innovating, and pushing the limits again with their brand new 24-gauge stocked steel line. Musa colors created by the Musa team, 25 bold choices ready to go. Delivering the best solutions in architectural sheet metal. Say hi to the Musa apprentices. They're your neighbors, your classmates, and the future of the industry. Musa Sheet Metal, revolutionizing steel, building the future.
All right, back here at Fruth, Jordan King, Nick Detman with you.
I still can't believe that Sobel did not come up with that interception. He read that thing perfectly. But unfortunately,
game of inches, huh?
Yeah, no kidding. And he's 6'3", maybe if he's 6'4", he picks it off or at least deflects it.
Stuffle sends it deep. Joey Kuhn catches at the 9-yard line. Kuhn sprints straight up, got a couple of blocks, and he's taken down by Hunter Schomburg, who's had an eventful last, 45 seconds. And the ball sits at the 34-yard line where Springs will take over for its next possession.
Hi, I'm Aaron Sadoff. Blessed be the president of Marion University right here in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. If you are beginning your college adventure or looking to transfer, Marion University could be the perfect fit for you. Our beautiful campus, our amazing faculty and staff, our Division III athletics, and our amazing mission are waiting for you. Come visit Marion University. Not only will you get a great education, but we will help you become the best for the world. Good luck and go Sabres.
First down carry for Jack McGuire, and that's the first time he hasn't taken it for a handful of yards. In fact, he loses a yard on the carry. The misdirection unsuccessful for the first time tonight. 4:34 to go in a game where the Lions have new life, Nick.
Yeah, and you wouldn't have thought, like we said just before the last break, just how did Sobel not come up with that interception? I mean, when he let go of the pass, we all thought that thing was picked, but somehow it got to Schaumburg, and we've got a new football game.
How about the concentration from Schaumburg to pull that down for a freshman? That's a heck of a play. Here is Lenz, the give to Stellmacher. See if they lean on the senior rusher. Guess who's there? Colton Wagner. You've got to be kidding me.
They are just stacking the box, as they should.
You're right.
I mean, that's what Springs does. But as we saw on the last possession, Springs is not afraid to run the little play action.
Yeah.
So if you're Lomira, you still have to maintain your reads and just make sure that somebody does not sneak out of the backfield.
Jack Holtzman, we thought there might be a package of plays for him tonight. He runs the play out to Xander Lenz, puts his arm around his junior quarterback, and the senior Jack Holtzman is out there for a big 3rd down and 10 with the clock ticking under 3.5 minutes. There's under 10 seconds on the play clock yet again. Springs has had 2 delays of game. It's down to 4, down to 3. We'll see if they get the snap off this time. They do. Here is Lenz. He's under immediate pressure. He's going deep. He's got Jack Holtzman. It's Jack Holtzman inside the 30, inside the 20. The senior, a storybook moment for him after not playing hardly any snaps this season. He comes up with the big play inside the 20. What kind of play call from the Ledgers there, Nick?
Oh, gee, and it was the same. And it's the same play they've gotten them before. Just that play action. The Lions are selling out on defense to try and stop the run, and there's the play action right back over the top. Elijah James with right now the touchdown, possibly the game-saving tackle.
47 yards on the gain to Jack Holtzman. What a moment. What a moment. First down and 10. They're brought to you by Addison Jones. 2 receivers to either side. Ball at the 19-yard line. The give. Stellmacher straight up the gut. And he's down to the 16-yard line. And Lomira's got to start using their timeouts with 2:33. Let's take it with them. As we're into crunch time here, Springs can run out the clock with a couple of first downs. Back after this.
More than just a job. It truly is a family. They value you, great pay, great benefits. They definitely care about setting people up for success in their retirement years. I don't see a reason to want to leave.
We return to Fruth Field. Jack Holtzman getting some attention on the near sideline, but he's got his helmet back on, and he's walking back towards the sideline, trying to get back in, see if he can't help his team out a little bit more.
He's still getting high fives, big cheers when he was sitting on the trainer's table here on the sideline. That was such a big play for the senior who's been waiting for a chance this season.
2nd down and 7, far side. The run, the lunge for Xander Lenz, a pickup of 1. It's going to be 3rd down and 5 after another Lomira timeout. We're going to take it with him yet again here on Radio Plus.
At Bernhardt Plumbing, true craftsmen are who we are. Providing customer satisfaction is what we do.
For new construction or remodeling projects, we cover the full spectrum of plumbing design, installation, and code compliance. Bernhardt Plumbing does it right down to the smallest detail.
Our experience with Bernhardt Plumbing has been absolutely fabulous. They are reliable, dependable, trustworthy, and professional.
Since 1954, a legacy of service, quality, and customer satisfaction.
At Burke, our mission is simple. We want to bring play that moves you to communities around the world. Our skilled team, from welders and CNC operators to illustrators and 3D designers, work together to create places where kids can explore, play, and dream. Want to be a part of something special? Visit burkecareers.com and apply today.
Back here at Fruth, I misspoke. It's 3rd down and 7, not 3rd down and 5. 3rd down and 7 from the 15, 16-yard line. Respotted at the 16. And imperative number 1 here for Lomira is to get the stop. They have to get the stop here after using their timeouts. It's a throwback to Jackson Sobel. Sobel had to go backward to get it. 2 Lions are there. They get him down out of bounds. They're going to save a timeout here.
And more importantly, too, they stopped him shy of the first down.
Correct. They stopped him at the 14. Make it down to the 12. They needed the 9. It's 4th down and 3.
All right, what do you do?
That pass went backwards from Lenz. It was a dangerous one. He jumped through it back to Sobel, and Sobel did a nice job to pick up the yardage he did. And Springs is going to go for it here, and this is the ball game for all intents and purposes. I mean, Lomira is technically not dead officially if they give up the first down. But now we'll see if they get this playoff. We'll see if they get the playoff. It might be another, almost a delay of game. The referee in the end zone had his hand on his flag, Nick. They get the timeout. Let's take it with them. It's 10-7. Have you seen drama like this? We're back with more right after this.
Camera Casino, do you copy?
Yep, loud and clear.
I'm reporting a successful mission from our new location. This new technology is out of this world. Canon, Nikon, Sony, the best images yet. Look at all these new tripods and bags. The best selection south of the sun.
Great. When can we expect the shipment?
In about a week, as long as I don't get stranded.
For stellar products and service, visit Camera Casino at our downtown Oshkosh location.
It's the dawn of a new day for Dr. Kathy Doyle Kelly and Doyle Kelly Family Dentistry.
I'm Dr. Dylan Fogel, and I'm now the new owner of Doyle Kelly Family Dentistry. I'm truly honored to carry forward the tradition of personalized care you've come to know and trust. You'll still see Dr. Kathy and all the familiar faces who make this office feel like home. At Doyle Kelly Family Dentistry, we promise to do everything we can to keep you smiling before, after, and even during your appointment.
Doyle Kelly Family Dentistry will be changing its name to Fogel Family Dentistry in 2026. Find Dr. Dylan Fogel on Fond du Lac Avenue in Fond du Lac.
The biggest play of the game. They're trying the hard count with Xander Lenz. Here comes Wagner. Wagner hits Lenz. He's got Baker. Baker to the end zone. Touchdown, Sledgers. A 12-yard touchdown pass from Xander Lenz, who took a shot from Colton Wagner, and they couldn't stay with Ben Baker. It's 16-7.
Yeah, check out on the replay here. Just a great job by Lenz to read it, and a really good play call. Tried to draw Lomira off sides. And just great separation by Baker. Just outran Hunter Dooley in coverage, and it's an easy touchdown. Good play call, gutsy play call as well. And that one just pretty much puts the maybe close to the finishing touches on this one.
Coots on for the extra point up, and it is good. 17-7 on the Quest Interiors scoreboard. Let's take another timeout. We're back with more after this.
Join Ahern and build a better future. Ahern is a mechanical fire protection and fabrication contractor that's been doing business in our community for over 145 years. They're now hiring and typically recruit over 180 positions from across the company. Trades, apprenticeships, office professionals, internships, and much more. Log on to aherncareers.com to learn about the company and the positions they're looking to fill. Build a better future for yourself and your community. Go Rangers from Ahern.
So 17-7 on the Quest Interiors scoreboard.
Just a quick score update from Cedar Grove, Belgium. In the fourth quarter, it's the Rockets 35, Michigan 14. So all signs pointing to the winner of this game will head to Cedar Grove, Belgium in level 2.
And we'll have that, I'm sure, on Radio Plus Video Sports.
Mayville 41-0, a final over Chilton.
Here is Charlie Cole. Cole running to the left side. Cole's got a seam, and he's brought down out there by Joey Kuhn. A great tackle by Joey Kuhn made out there on the 37-yard line, and that's where Lomira will start a very, very important possession.
At the Pioneer Keg, great food meets a fun atmosphere. Dive into their full menu featuring award-winning cheese curds and our homemade pizzas that are simply irresistible. Try the famous Brewmaster Challenge, where the food takes center stage. And if it's Friday, get ready for our amazing Friday fish fry. Check out our relaxed atmosphere, hang with friends, where everyone has a good time. Come thirsty, come hungry, and leave happy. The Pioneer Keg, 122 South Milwaukee Street, Theresa, Wisconsin.
There you saw it on the right side of your screen, a pickup of about 14 yards. Make it 16 to Hunter Dooley, a first down brought to you by Addison Jones. Lomira has to go quick. 2 minutes on this clock. Here's Keegan Kelly. He's got all sorts of time. Here comes Christian Flores on the rush, and the ball to Hunter Dooley yet again. Dooley into Springs territory at the 36-yard line. And now a stoppage of the clock here. Did not see why there was a stoppage.
Well, it's first down.
Yeah, well, yeah, but the referees are stopping both teams from moving. What's
an illegal substitution? Maybe that's what the signal is here. Personal foul.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Ooh, that's a big call. We just saw the signal of roughing the passer, which would give Lomira all sorts of illegal substitution on Springs. And a personal foul roughing the first one was on Lomira, and then the roughing the passer was on Springs. Okay, so they got a lot to sort out here.
Okay, yeah, so here's a flag on the near sideline. So an illegal touch, but...
illegal touch, excuse me, yeah.
I don't know why you would call the illegal touch. It wasn't by a receiver, or it was by a receiver.
Yeah, I'm wondering what's illegal about that touch. That makes no sense to me. It was a throw from Keegan Kell to Hunter Dooley.
Yeah, and there was no... And
no one touched it between then.
I'm confused on that one, if that's indeed what the call is.
Yeah, that's the incorrect call if that's what the call was.
And I think Coach Gregory on the far sideline is wondering the same thing. He's almost out to the yard lines, or the 10 yards.
So they're
trying to get an explanation.
Yeah, there's
like, wait a minute, my quarterback threw it to a receiver. Why is that a penalty?
I'm wondering the same thing. So he's gonna get an explanation. I'm sure he won't be happy with it. I would love to be part of those discussions as well, because I think that was the incorrect call that was just made. And for Springs,
that's a head scratcher. That's a big break for Springs.
Absolutely, you had about a 10-yard pickup plus the 15 yards on the personal foul that was wiped off there on Christian Flores. Over the middle here is Colton Wagner, and Wagner gets leveled over the middle. It is a first down, but Wagner is going to go down hurt here as he got the ball inside the 35 down to the 34-yard line. And
some of the Lomira fans on the far sideline maybe wanted a
there is a late flag.
What is?
It was over the middle of the field, and they're going to say he was defenseless.
This already is not sitting well with this side here. The Springs fan of Wilderman can't believe it here. He's out. I can't remember what that's called. The 40-30.
Well, just outside the numbers there.
I hate to kind of point to say this. I think that's a makeup call.
Yeah, well, yeah, I don't. Right. You can get frustrated. You can get, and two wrongs don't make a right, by the way.
True.
And Ledger fans can get angry, but I believe it was I believe they were bailed out a little bit on that previous play, and so it's a pickup of about 12 yards, and then 15 more on that personal foul penalty, and Springs fans don't like it. I just heard one fan say
they're calling targeting.
It's tackling. Oh, man. I didn't see a headshot there.
That's what that signal is. That's targeting, but that was not.
That
was right into the lower back. That's not targeting.
You can say he's defenseless and an unsportsmanlike, a personal foul.
I could see that possible argument.
But targeting is certainly.
But that was definitely not targeting.
He didn't get hit in the head, right? Certainly. So, and you can have targeting. You can indeed have targeting if he doesn't get hit in the head. It's a defender when they're trying to protect the defender. I thought that was shoulder to back, perhaps.
That's the way I saw it, too.
For me.
wish we could see it on a replay if maybe, but.
So under 2 minutes. We'll move on here. $1:45 to go. That also stops the clock for Lomira, who clings on to one timeout and a little bit of hope here tonight. They're going to need an onside kick regardless, but first things first, the Lions have to score now without their starting tight end and emotional leader in Colton Wagner. And here is a flag and an offsides on Springs, so it gets worse for them. And it's going to be first down and 5.
And more importantly, too, that's 5 free yards and no time off the clock, too.
Correct.
So,
yeah,
this is getting interesting.
They ran a second off the clock there. They should really put that back on. See if they radio up to that. It was 1:45, and it's down to 1:44 on no play.
In a game like this, 1 second can mean the difference.
Sure could. Refs didn't catch it. Here is Keegan Kell in the backfield. Gets it to Schaumburg. Gets a little bit off the mark on the pass to Hunter Schaumburg. Second down and 5 from the 15-yard line. Just 5 seconds came off the clock there. And Springs fans really weren't even happy with the offsides, which you really can't have an opinion about that from where we're sitting, Nick, because you can't see where if someone jumped offsides. So I understand the frustration, but you can't boo an offsides call when you're
when you're not in the right angle. Yeah,
I mean, you can't do that. I understand the frustration, though. This is what high school sports gets you. Slot receiver on one side is Stager. He comes in motion into the backfield. The turn, the give to Schaumburg. Hunter Schaumburg straight up the gut, and he's got a first down. This has to go in quick for the play call, and I think Coach Gregory just said, let's spike the football.
That's the right thing to do, just spike it.
And so with 1:33 to go, here is Keegan Kell. He's going to spike it and save some time. So $1:29 left, and the ball spotted at about the 7-yard line or so. It'll be second down and goal from there.
Second and goal from the 7.
One of the few times that the left side of the offensive line for the Lions was able to move and create a hole for Schaumburg on that last play. Just a really good job by the left side of that offensive line to create that space.
You know, with Lomira only having one timeout, and obviously this is really only a conversation for after if Lomira would score and get an onside kick. Baker could have gone down on that touchdown, and Springs really could have pretty much knelt this thing out. There would have been a little time left. Here is Keegan Kell. He's got a man, corner of the end zone. It's caught. Blake Stager, touchdown Lions. With $1:22 to go. That was a quick drive aided by some Springs penalties, and it is 17-13 on the Quest Interior scoreboard. Here comes a massive extra point from Aiden Stuffle. An absolutely massive play coming up here, Nick.
Yeah, I mean, you got to give yourself a chance here. You got to recover this.
Stuffle for the extra point to get it back within 3. Stuffle, good snap, good hold. He hammers this one through. And it is 17-14 on the Quest Interior scoreboard. Let's take a timeout. We'll catch our breath and continue on after this, right?
Skyline Home Improvements, LLC is a proud sponsor celebrating 25 years. Cody and Dwayne are proud to be a 4-star certified CertainTeed single installer, offering up to a 50-year warranty on shingles and a 10-year warranty on workmanship. Whether it's a steel roof or rubber roof and shingles, make the right choice. Skyline Home Improvements, LLC. Free estimates, of course, from the football guys at Skyline Home Improvements. So what do you say? Let's get started on your home improvement.
We are back here at Fruth, trying to poke Nick's eye out here in the booth. 1:22 to go here, Nick. And
if you're Lomira, because if you don't, you only have one timeout, just a couple of knee downs.
Onside kick from Stuffle, and it's taken in! A nice play there, and what confidence from Ethan Crego. The junior up man. He fielded that before 10 yards. That's confidence right there, Nick. Go get the football if you got that kind of confidence.
Yeah, you have those guys out there for a reason. That's your hands team. Go make a play. Great job.
So with 1 minute and 20 seconds, this with one timeout. I think that factors into kneel down territory, but it looks like the Ledgers are going to run some plays anyways. So Lomira's got to be ultra strip happy here. They got to try to knock that ball loose from Xander Lenz. Lenz dives forward, picks up 2. Timeout by Brian Gregory, and we're going to take it with him here. We'll finish up the ball game right after this on Radio Plus.
Brock Fleischer here with Homestead Realty. I know that buying and selling a home can be stressful. I'm here to help. Are you ready to sell? I have buyers waiting for a home just like yours. Are you looking to buy? I can sell any home that's on the market, and I'm here to get you pre-approved to purchase, along with finding the best loan and lender for your situation. I'll even go as far as arranging movers. For an easier real estate transaction, give me a call. Brock Fleischer, 920-960-0555.
Dedication, training, giving 100%. Back in Action proudly supports high school athletes on and off the field. From physical and occupational therapy, pre- and post-orthopedic surgery, to work and sports injuries. The staff at Back in Action is trained and dedicated to you and your recovery. Your personal care plan starts with a visit to Back in Action in Fond du Lac, Kewaskum, Mayville, and New Holstein. Back in Action, getting you back in the game. BackinActionRehab.com.
Back at Fruth, Lenz under center takes the kneel, and that's what I thought. I thought we were into kneel down territory talking about tonight's ball game, but I wasn't sure. And I think that's how that math works out. And Springs is going to escape, and I think that's the proper word to use here, Nick. I mean, Aiden Stuffle had a field goal kick that just narrowly snuck past that left upright. Lomira was stopped on that drive despite having the ball down at the 4-yard line at one point on first down and goal. And they'll have one more snap to win this ball game.
Yeah, you're going to look at Lomira. You're going to look at this game. It's going to be a bunch of what-ifs. And that's certainly not going to make you feel good about it. But there are certainly what-ifs.
And so it's going to be a 5-yard penalty here on delay of game. And fans are asking why it wasn't a timeout. Well, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it really doesn't matter.
Who cares?
Yeah, you just take another knee and
Who
game's
cares?
over anyways.
It doesn't matter. And that's what Coach Wilderman is certainly saying. There is the kneel down from Xander Lenz, and this one's going to finish up 17-14. You got to admire the fight from the Lions in the second half. But a couple of big passing plays, one to Jackson Sobel, one to Jack Holtzman. A couple of big plays by Ben Baker. There's Ben Baker. He had a stellar night, an interception that helped Springs to their first points, and then he scored what ended up being the game-winning touchdown down on that north end zone goal line. There it is. Triple zeros on the clock, 17-14 on the Quest Interiors scoreboard, and the third-seeded Ledgers escape with a 3-point win over the 6th-seeded conference rival and defending Division VI state champion Lomira Lions. They will not repeat this year. Coming up next, we have our Fox Valley Savings Bank post-game show. That when we return, don't go anywhere. Got plenty of stuff to get you. We'll have scores from elsewhere, final statistics, and more as we return on Radio Plus right after this.
Here we go.
Katie's Log Cabin is a great place to stop for lunch or dinner. Grab one of the daily specials or check out the full menu. Katie's Log Cabin specials include Tuesday is pizza, Wednesday is wings, Thursday is a rotating special, Friday and Saturday is fish fry, Saturday is also prime rib, and Sunday is a roasted chicken dinner. Not in the mood for a special? Katie's has you covered with full menu options, appetizers, salads, wraps, pizzas, and sandwiches. Katie's Log Cabin Restaurant in Oakfield. Life is better at the cabin.
A personal experience with a custom feel. Each home Smith Builders builds is unique. Their design and selections perfectly crafted for you. To learn more, visit smithbuildersinc.com or stop by 227 Morris Court. Smith Builders of Fond du Lac. Traditional values, exceptional services. A proud sponsor of local high school sports.
Lakeside Wealth Management would like to welcome Bennett Bresky. Bennett joined the team in May of 2023, following his graduation from St. Norbert College, where he graduated cum laude, earning his degree in business finance.
Hi, this is Bennett Bresky with Lakeside Wealth Management. No one strategy fits everyone, which is why every client gets our undivided attention. From planning to execution to follow-up, we take a proactive approach to helping you develop a strategy to address your financial goals and objectives using the most efficient methods available. Learn more at lakesidewellthmanagement.net.
Securities and advisory services are offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
Cleaning your gutters is a pain, but ignoring them could ruin the value of your home. Gutter Helmet is the solution. Choose the perfect color to blend with your home, and our certified technicians will install Gutter Helmet in less than a day. Call Gutter Helmet today to never clean your gutters again.
Marco, the name our area trusts for all things related to your tax return. For over 60 years, our community has trusted the Marco Tax Service at 43 East 3rd Street, Fond du Lac.
At Bernhardt Plumbing, true craftsmen are who we are. Providing customer satisfaction is what we do.
For new construction or remodeling projects, we cover the full spectrum of plumbing design, installation, and code compliance. Bernhardt Plumbing does it right down to the smallest detail.
Our experience with Bernhardt Plumbing has been absolutely fabulous. They are reliable, dependable, trustworthy, and professional.
Since 1954, a legacy of service, quality, and customer satisfaction.
Life is full of milestones, big and small. At Fond du Lac Credit Union, we're proud to be a part of your journey. From landing your first job to moving into your dream home, starting a family, or planning for what's next, we make the money part easy so you can focus on what matters most. Whatever stage you're in, we're right there with you. Fond du Lac Credit Union, here for life and every stage along the way. For more information, visit fdlcu.com or stop in today.
Skyline Home Improvements, LLC is a proud sponsor celebrating 25 years. Cody and Dwayne are proud to be a 4-star certified CertainTeed single installer, offering up to a 50-year warranty on shingles and a 10-year warranty on workmanship. Whether it's a steel roof or rubber roof and shingles, make the right choice. Skyline Home Improvements, LLC. Free estimates, of course, from the football guys at Skyline Home Improvements. So what do you say? Let's get started on your home improvement.
Call us when you need a company you can trust.
You hear it all the time, but what does it mean? This is Danny and Heather at AirTech Heating, and for our company, it means we do right by our customers and provide them quality service for superior home comfort.
It means our prices are competitive and fair. It means that we stand behind our work. It means doing whatever it takes.
To whom you trust, your family's safety and comfort does matter. Call the team at AirTech Heating at 924-6742 when you need a company you can trust.
Rediscover the hometown lumberyard experience in your own backyard. Hi, this is Dave, third generation of the family-owned and operated Lidke Lumber True Value in downtown Lomira. I welcome you to experience what the hometown lumberyard has to offer. Better products, better advice, better service. From one O-ring to all the building materials to build a house, we had the products to get the job done. Hardware, plumbing, electrical, paint, lawn and garden, automotive, bird, and so much more. Come experience what your hometown lumberyard has to offer. Lidke Lumber True Value in downtown Lomira, where the tracks cross Main, or online at lidkelumber.com.
Looking for a reliable roofing contractor? WIT Services has got you covered. With 5 years of experience, they specialize in everything from roof repairs to full replacements. Their team is dedicated to quality workmanship and customer satisfaction. Plus, they offer free estimates, so you know exactly what to expect. Whether it's a leaky roof or a complete overhaul, WIT Services is the go-to choice for all roofing needs. Don't wait. Reach out today.
Schroffnagel Implement of Lomira is a proud sponsor of the Lions in today's game. A family-owned and operated business since 1951. They're a full-service ag and lawn and garden center, too. Pickup and delivery are available. Schroffnagel Implement of Lomira. Check out their brand-new, up-to-date website at schroffnagel.com. That's schroffnagel.com. Go Lions from your number one team at Schroffnagel Implement, Lomira.
At Bernhardt Plumbing, true craftsmen are who we are. Providing customer satisfaction is what we do.
For new construction or remodeling projects, we cover the full spectrum of plumbing design, installation, and code compliance. Bernhard Plumbing does it right down to the smallest detail.
Our experience with Bernhard Plumbing has been absolutely fabulous. They are reliable, dependable, trustworthy, and professional.
Since 1954, a legacy of service, quality, and customer satisfaction.
Kirky Funeral Chapel and Crematory in Fond du Lac, a proud sponsor of local high school sports. Don and the team at Kirky Funeral Chapel and Crematory invite you to discover who has made Kirky Funeral Chapel and Crematory the ultimate provider of creating healing experiences in the community. To find out more about Kirky Funeral Chapel and Crematories, visit kirkyfuneralchapel.com.
Don Kirky and staff, Kirky Funeral Chapel.
Good luck to all area athletes from the entire staff at Kirky Funeral Chapel.
We're back here at Fruth, 17-14 the final on the Quest Interiors scoreboard. This is the Fox Valley Savings Bank postgame show. Looking for a loan with no hassle? They can help. Local bank, local lenders, your community, your local community bank, Fox Valley Savings Bank. First of all, I just want to say, stick around. We're going to have Ben Baker and Jack Holtzman hopefully joining us in the press box in just a couple of minutes. They're celebrating, as they should, a big Level 1 win. Felt like this was later in the playoffs than Level 1, Nick. We'll talk about that in just a little bit as we go through our postgame show. But to kick it off, maybe a few scores that you've gathered from around the area that people might be interested in here as we're just after the game here tonight.
Yeah, just looking at some of the scores, the one that was big importance to this one was the other side of the bracket. Cedar Grove, Belgium still leads Mishicot 35-14. That's in the closing stages of the fourth quarter in that one. So all signs point to Springs playing at Cedar Grove, Belgium next week in Level 2. It's gotten a little tighter in Kimberly. It's the Paper Makers 28, Fond du Lac 21. That is about 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter there. Final in Mayville sees the Cardinals blanking Chilton 41-0. In the fourth quarter at just up the road here in Fond du Lac is WLA, Winnebago Lutheran Academy, leading Arcadia 42-26. That potentially sets up a nice little Mayville WLA Level 2 game next week.
I think Mayville's probably the one team that says, really? Really? Level 2, you got to give us a team like WLA?
The team that probably gave them their best game all season long. As well. So, and then just let's see some of the other ones. In Waupun, it's Delavendarian 42, Waupun 32. That's just started the fourth quarter. And then Tomahawk over Omro is a final score of 41-14.
Welcome up here into the booth. In just a moment, we're going to have not Jackson Sowell. We're going to have Ben Baker and Jack Holtzman. Jack Holtzman, first snaps of the season out there tonight. He had a big play. We're going to ask him about that late on in that ball game. Springs able to get the win here, 17-14. Obviously, Lomira able to respond. Just too many mistakes, perhaps, down the stretch there, especially that trip to the red zone down at the 4-yard line. Big holding penalty out to the 14. They end up having to try to attempt a field goal. They miss it.
Yeah, and you can almost look at that as almost one of the key spot in the game too, because if that's a kick, it's a much different final score. But unfortunately, the kick goes wide, and it's another empty possession for the Lions, especially in the red zone. A couple areas that they have struggled over the last couple weeks here in the 3-game losing streak to unfortunately end the season for them. But that is one of those what-ifs moments of this game here tonight for Lomira that they're certainly going to be looking back on as they recap the season. That it's gonna hurt.
All right, we got the two guys right around the corner. We'll let them slap a headset on here, and we'll let Ben go first here, and then we'll talk to Jack in just a moment. Ben Baker here, obviously Ben, the game-winning touch. First of all, before we get to the specifics of this game, that's a good Lomira team. This is a tough assignment, Level 1. Just talk about tonight and the intensity of playoff football. I know you guys wanted this one in a big way tonight. Get this win and start this playoffs on the right foot.
No, yeah, we knew that the defending state champs were coming into our home, so that gave us kind of confidence, a little boost to play better.
Talk about down the stretch. Obviously, you had the pick in the first half that sets up the touchdown right before halftime. What did you see on that play?
I just red eyes with the quarterback. I saw him staring down his receiver, and I just went for it.
And then that big fourth down there down the stretch. Obviously, you guys turned that over on downs. Who knows? Lomira goes down. This is a totally different ball game. you're able to find some space. Take us through the play call and just your execution of that play.
No, yeah, we were in decision which play to run, and we decided the play that happened. And I knew that I had 5 yards of space and we needed 3, so I just attacked him, did my route, and I was open. Xander threw a great ball.
This is pretty special. This guy plays his first snaps of the year tonight. Obviously has the big play. Off the field, what has he meant to this team in terms? I can tell talking to Coach and some of the players around here, he's had a big impact despite the fact that he really hasn't stepped on the field till tonight.
No, yeah, he comes to practice every day with the best mindset, gets the team in shape, and we wouldn't be here without him. And today he showed that on the field too.
Talk about the big play. What's going through your mind when the ball's in the air? You can't overthrow this guy, number one. Xander put a perfect ball up there, and Jack tracked it down.
No, yeah, it was third down. I didn't know the play call. I was on the sidelines, and I see Xander throw the ball up in there. I was like, oh, boy. And I see this guy run under it, and I was like, this is just fun. Catches it, runs, and first catch back.
Rest is history.
Yep.
Congrats on the win, Ben.
Thank you.
Best of luck the rest of the way. We'll let you hand the headset off here to Jack. All right, Jack, I got to imagine there's a lot going through your mind right now. Uncertainty all season long, whether you'd get to be out here with your brothers. And what does that catch, obviously the catch mean to you, but just to get out there, you knocked away a ball in the first half at the end of that first half. Just getting to be out there, what's that mean to you?
I mean, this is a dream come true. I've been grinding for the last 3 months. There's been a lot of downs, not a lot of ups this year so far, but getting back today, I mean, I don't even know what to say. This is just a dream come true.
When because you ran the play in, right, on that 3rd and 10. What's going through your mind? Obviously, you don't know that you're for sure going to get the football, but when you're running that play in, you know what your assignment is.
Yeah.
Jackson had already hit the big play on a similar sort of route. What's going through your mind?
Well, we knew their safety was playing up a little bit in the middle, so coach just told me to be ready. And I told him, I said, Coach, I'll be ready whenever you need me. And I saw myself go past the safety, and I saw the ball flying up. Like, I can't drop this. I can't drop this.
First opportunity, no questions asked. You're able to bring that in. I'm going to ask you, what was the mindset over the course of the season, knowing that you couldn't be out there for a large chunk of it, but still voted or selected as a captain by the coaching staff? And what did that mean to you? And then what was your mindset to still be a leader on this team despite the fact you couldn't play?
Yeah, being a captain really means a lot to me. Even though I couldn't play, I tried my best to bring the energy off the field and support my guys off the field. And even though I couldn't be on the field, I try to bring as much energy as I can off the field to lift my guys up more.
Got to be pretty exciting for this postseason run now for you, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
I have no words. I'm just so excited.
Congratulations on the win.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Ben. We'll appreciate a couple of minutes of your guys' time. We'll take those and go celebrate this one. It's a big one for you guys. All right, there you go. We'll get just did a little spin around there. We'll get Nick back in here. Nick, obviously a big one. We're going to take a time out here in just a moment, and then we'll finish up with our post-game show in just a second. But I'm going to ask you there, Jack Holtzman, he said, Coach, I'm going to be ready when you need me to be ready. Ball's sailing through the air. You haven't caught one all season. You haven't played a competitive snap till the first half. That takes, that's a big-time play.
Well, not only that, too, just the jitters, knowing that this is a big play in the game, and this could determine an outcome. And just that's why you look to seniors.
Yeah.
In those moments, is the seniors need to make those plays, be the leaders. That's why he's a captain, and that's why he made the play.
17-14, the final here tonight. Springs beats Lomira on that Quest Interiors scoreboard. We're going to continue with more of our Fox Valley Savings Bank postgame show. We're going to have a play of the game. We're going to have our player of the game. And once again, we'll tell you what we got coming up on Radio Plus coming up this week. That is up next on the Fox Valley Savings Bank postgame show. Stay with us.
Hey, Devontae.
Let me get a Cantina chicken burrito and a bowl with that seasoned, slow-roasted chicken I like, please.
You have a golf course in your house?
I got a Taco Bell in my house, bro.
Where did it go? Oh, there it is.
Cheaters don't get chicken.
Huh?
Cheaters get no chicken.
I won't give him any.
You take steps to keep yourself in top performance. When was the last time you did the same for your home's air system? Annual maintenance from the experts at Surefire helps to extend the life of your system Proper maintenance can be the difference in years for your home's air system and major savings in energy costs when it's running at its best. Keeping your home's air system at its best will help you stay at your best for what's really important. Trust your home with Surefire. Surefire, keeping what's important comfortable since 1947.
Integrity Saw and Tool is a proud sponsor of Fond du Lac area sports. They wish the best of luck to all local teams this fall and winter. Integrity prides itself on being the fastest producer of high-quality cutting tools and providing the most reliable sharpening service in the industry. If you're looking for a challenging career with excellent benefits and a family atmosphere, contact the team at integritysaw.com. That's integritysaw.com.
Now and get more Buick for your buck at Holiday. Like this Buick Envista Preferred Lease, now at $299 per month. Or lock-in rates as low as 0.9% or other great offers on Buick favorites while you enjoy our genuine guest care.
It's impressive how easy car buying can be with Team Holiday on your side. I'm New York running back Braylon Allen, and I drive Holiday.
Find yours and drive it home today from Holiday Automotive, Fond du Lac.
It's worth the trip.
Today's game is brought to you by Edward Jones and these area Edward Jones financial advisors. Robert Bruce, located at 68 North Main Street. Patrick Ellistad, located at 560 Fond du Lac Avenue. Matt Moses, located at 201 South Marr Street. Jeff Wills, located at 649 Fond du Lac Avenue. And Matt Helmer, located at 649 Fond du Lac Avenue. Good luck to all athletes in today's game. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Looking for a change? A new career that checks all of the boxes? Excellent benefits? A great team culture? And plenty of room to grow? Metalcraft of Mayville is looking for candidates like you to fill openings in Mayville, West Bend, and Beaver Dam. Metalcraft truly believes employees make the difference, offering paid training, top wages, and a regularly sanitized, safe workplace. Apply today at mtlcraft.com.
Metalcraft of Mayville. You take steps to keep yourself in top performance. When was the last time you did the same for your home's air system? Annual maintenance from the experts at Surefire helps to extend the life of your system. Proper maintenance can be the difference in years for your home's air system and major savings in energy costs when it's running at its best. Keeping your home's air system at its best will help you stay at your best for what's really important. Trust your home with Surefire. Surefire, keeping what's important comfortable since 1947.
Bob's Pizza now has its very own dine-in restaurant. Enjoy a family-friendly atmosphere with a cozy dining room, large game room, beautiful full bar, and even coffee next door from Just Love Coffee. With our expanded menu, your party will have no trouble satisfying the whole family. Delicious, legendary pizza for a legendary city. Bob's Pizza on the Avenue.
Rediscover the hometown lumberyard experience in your own backyard. Hi, this is Dave, third generation of the family-owned and operated Lidke Lumber True Value in downtown Lomira. I welcome you to experience what the hometown lumberyard has to offer. Better products, better advice, better service. From one O-ring to all the building materials to build a house, we had the products to get the job done. Hardware, plumbing, electrical, paint, lawn and garden, automotive, bird, and so much more. Come experience what your hometown lumberyard has to offer. Lidke Lumber True Value in downtown Lomira, where the tracks cross Main, or online at lidkelumber.com.
Schroffnagel Implement of Lomira is a proud sponsor of the Lions in today's game. A family-owned and operated business since 1951. They're a full-service ag and lawn and garden center, too. Pickup and delivery are available. Schroffnagel Implement of Lomira. Check out their brand-new up-to-date website at schroffnagel.com. That's schroffnagel.com. Go Lions from your number one team at Schroffnagel Implement, Lomira.
Safety is first and foremost on what we do every day.
People have a reluctance to go see the dentist. It's an easy thing to put off or avoid altogether. But one visit to the caring professionals at Fondy Family Dental will change the way you think about the dentist. They provide quality family dental services to all ages in a happy, honest, and efficient manner that teaches and involves you on your custom plan. If you don't have insurance, ask about their new membership plan that can save you money. Call or schedule online today at fondyfamilydental.com.
Here at the Wellness Way Fond du Lac, we disrupt the standard approach to healthcare. We understand that common is not normal, and unlike the restrictive healthcare mentality, we dig deeper to find answers to life-restricting health challenges. While focusing on overcoming interference in the body, we go beyond symptom-based care and address your unique physiology, allowing your mind and body to find its way to better health. You don't need to merely get through every day, but rather take control of your life and, more importantly, your health. The Wellness Way Fond du Lac. Do health differently.
You take steps to keep yourself in top performance. When was the last time you did the same for your home's air system? Annual maintenance from the experts at Surefire helps to extend the life of your system. Proper maintenance can be the difference of years for your home's air system and major savings in energy costs when it's running at its best. Keeping your home's air system at its best will help you stay at your best for what's really important. Trust your home with Surefire. Surefire, keeping what's important comfortable since 1947.
Upgrade now and get more vehicle for your buck during the truck season sale at Holiday. Lease this new GMC Sierra Elevation at $449 per month, or score rates as low as 0.9% plus generous cash incentives on a new Sierra while you enjoy our genuine guest care.
It's impressive how easy car buying can be with Team Holiday on your side. I'm New York running back Braylon Allen, and I drive Holiday.
Find yours and drive it home today from Holiday Automotive, Fond du Lac.
It's worth the trip.
Kirky Funeral Chapel and Crematory in Fond du Lac, a proud sponsor of local high school sports. Don and the team at Kirky Funeral Chapel and Crematory invite you to discover who has made Kirky Funeral Chapel and Crematory the ultimate provider of creating healing experiences in the community. To find out more about Kirky Funeral Chapel and Crematories, visit kirkyfuneralchapel.com.
Don Kirky and staff, Kirky Funeral Chapel.
Good luck to all area athletes from the entire staff at Kirky Funeral Chapel.
Are you or a loved one living with the discomfort and hopelessness of peripheral neuropathy? The tingling, the numbness, the life-altering pain? Are you tired of taking medications that only mask the symptoms or don't work at all? You don't have to live like that anymore. Introducing New Medical Center, your beacon of hope in the fight against peripheral neuropathy. Our team of dedicated specialists uses the latest advancement in medical technology to help you regain control of your life. Our personalized treatment plans are designed to reduce your pain, improve your balance, and restore your quality of life, all while targeting the cause of your neuropathy. Visit us on the web at newmedicalctr.com.
Generations Lanes of El Dorado. Join one of our adult or kids leagues or bowl in our monthly Friday night tournament. Or get a group together for a family or corporate bowling function. We are more than just bowling. A great spot to bring your family for a meal. Awesome homemade pizzas and soups, as well as appetizers, wraps, and sandwiches. Daily food specials. Fish Fry Friday. Open daily at 11 with the kitchen open late. Ask about us catering your next function. We are home to Laconia Bowling and proud supporter of the Laconia Spartans and all student athletes.
Just like a great team, National Exchange Bank and Trust knows that success is built on strong relationships and trust. Since 1933, the bank has been locally owned and focused on serving the needs of our community so that our friends and neighbors can live the life they want. Let National Exchange Bank and Trust be your financial teammate for life. Because when it comes to your financial goals, we're here to help you stay ahead of the game. Visit nebat.com to learn more.
The Rademan family has been quarrying and producing natural stone products for over 50 years. Is your driveway in need of repair? Here at Rademan's, our crushed stone division provides our customer with stone needed for maintaining your gravel driveway. Our quarry stone division provides landscape stones such as stepping stones and retaining wall stone for your outdoor living areas. We also offer natural thin and full veneer stone for interior applications such as fireplaces or outdoor applications to combine with or replace your siding or brick. Rademan Stone and Landscape Company, where we have the materials to do the best work on earth.
Cleaning your gutters is a pain, but ignoring them could ruin the value of your home. Gutter Helmet is the solution. Choose the perfect color to blend with your home, and our certified technicians will install Gutter Helmet in less than a day. Call Gutter Helmet today to never clean your gutters again.
Planning to build? Whether it's a new home, a remodel, or commercial project, you need a committed team that's dedicated to bringing your visions to reality. You need Pinot. After all, we've been doing it for over 45 years. To start your next project, go to www.rapinno.com and you'll learn about the Pinot difference. Pinot, build better for future generations.
We return here on Radio Plus Video Sports. This is the Fox Valley Savings Bank postgame show. Do want to thank our fine sponsors with Edward Jones. They bring high school sports on RadioPlusInfo.com. It's presented by these 5 Fond du Lac area Edward Jones financial advisors: Matt Moses, Matt Helmer, Jeff Wills, Robert Bruce, and Patrick Ellisted. Edward Jones is making sense of investing. You know, we had 5 games tonight across Radio Plus. Right now, Waupun is still in a dogfight. They're still technically alive. They're in trouble against 5th-seeded Delavendarian. They're down by 11 points, 49-38 currently. Nick, you got some other scores here that have gone final in the last couple of minutes. Then we'll get a last word here on the game that we had here tonight.
Yeah, again, Cedar Grove, Belgium defeated Mishicot 35-14. That's a final score. So St. Mary Springs will be heading to Cedar Grove, Belgium to play in the Level 2 game next Friday night. Just going final in Kimberly. Fond du Lac made it close at the end. They were going for 4th down on the Kimberly 40-yard line. They completed the pass, but unfortunately the pass, the receiver came out of bounds. So Fond du Lac fell 28-21 to Kimberly. Mayville 41-0 over Chilton. That one is a final in Grantsburg. The runner-up in the Division 6 final last year, Grantsburg defeats Laconia 38-9. Winnebago Lutheran Academy defeated Arcadia 42-26. Sets up what is going to be a classic game next week. WLA versus Mayville in Level 2, which was arguably one of the better games in all the flyway games this year. They're going to see each other again next Friday night. Oakfield in 8-man football beats Belmont 32-26, and Tomahawk defeats Omro 41-14. There's about 3 minutes left in that game in Waupun. Delavendarian, as you said, 49-38 in that one.
Yeah, so 3 teams left from the Flyway Conference. A couple more left in the area. The 3 in the Flyway will be down to, for sure, 2 next week. Springs makes the trip for a 3-2 matchup, as you mentioned, to Cedar Grove, Belgium. And Mayville will play Winnebago Lutheran. That's a 4-1 matchup. And WLA is a good 4 seed. They've been on that 3 line a lot this season. And had they gotten a non-conference win, they probably would have been a 3 or a 2 seed. And Mayville would have had to have dealt with them as early as they do. We know that those 2 will be on Radio Plus next week. We'll talk maybe about some other games that can be that in just a moment. Before, let's talk about this game. Final word here tonight. Marian University presents our player of the game. Log on to marianuniversity.edu to get started today. Nick, who would be your selection if you're going to give a player of the game here tonight?
I'm going to give it to one of the guys we talked to tonight. Well, that was Ben Baker. I think he makes the big interception on the plus side of the field for St. Mary Springs. Sets up the first touchdown really at almost the last second there in the first half, and really kind of set the tone heading into the second half. That would be my pick for the player of the game. Makes the big play on defense and then makes the big play on offense. Yeah. They really set the tone here for Springs.
He doesn't score that touchdown. They don't convert that 4th down. This is a Lomira win here tonight. Obviously, obviously it could have played out differently, but with the final score being what it was, that was the difference in the ball game. BCI Burke presents our play of the game. Log on to burkecareers.com. That's BURKE careers.com for play that moves you. Play of the game? Is it the other guy we talked to?
Yeah, I think you have to look at Holtzman. Just you look at the moment in the play in that game in that juncture of the game. Lomira is thinking they've got a chance to get off the field there with a chance to try and win this game or let alone tie it. Just a gorgeous pass by Zach Lenz over to Jack Holtzman. Really sets up the last score of the game for them. I think that was a play of the game that really could have swung the game in Lomira's favor had that pass not been completed.
Obviously, we're going to get plenty more on Springs coming up next week. We'll be over there at Cedar Grove, Belgium to take that game in. Final word on the season for Lomira. I know you see a lot of the Lomira Lions over the course of the season. Obviously, coming into this season, all the talk was about the 16 seniors they lost. Conversation going into next year is, is this a similar season to what they had last year with all these guys returning or most of them?
Yeah, and you look at who they got coming back. You're going to have your quarterback coming back. You've got both your top running backs are going to be back next year with James and Schaumburg. You're going to lose a great player like Colton Wagoner, who is just a beast defensively. We've talked about as potentially as a defensive player of the year in the conference. So you're going to lose that. But you look at some of the other pieces that they still have here. And I've mentioned this a couple times to others in Lomira and even on here. Is like Lomira, I think, has something really special going on. That was set by the team last year that went all the way and won the state title. They didn't get back there this year, but they only have 5 seniors this year. You got a group of kids that now have tasted what it's like to lose a playoff game, and a game that's, I think there's a lot of what ifs. If you don't miss the field goal or you don't make the penalty here, I mean, you still only lost this game by 3 points despite those little miscues. So those are great, powerful motivators to go through an off season for an underclass that really wanted to try and make a message for themselves that we can do this too. So I can see Lomira being right here in the thick of things next year, especially with who they got coming back in 2026.
Coach Brian Gregory doing a great job with that program. And for Springs, they're dangerous the rest of the way. As a 3 seed, look out for these ledgers the rest of the way.
Yeah, absolutely. The way they play defense and the way the guys they got on defense. You look at Cood, you look at Ducks, and so many of these other guys on defense. They keep off the offense in the game to when they need to make a play. They were able to do that tonight, and I think that's going to be kind of the formula for Springs going into the next round of the playoffs is, can you get enough of an offense going? And we saw just a couple plays really swung this game in in Springs' favor. I think that's going to be the recipe for Springs in the postseason, really relying heavily on that defense and hoping the offense can make the key play at the key moments.
AirTech presents our next game broadcast. No matter which type of heating system you have in your home, the knowledgeable techs at AirTech Heating can perform a timely repair if things go wrong. Go to RadioPlusInfo.com for the complete schedule. You can also subscribe to both Radio Plus and Jeff's live streams on YouTube. You won't miss a single thing there as well. Here's what we know for next week football. We know that Springs and Cedar Grove, Belgium. We know Mayville and WLA, other teams that are in the area. Obviously, Oakfield still alive in 8-man football, and we're waiting on some other scores. Obviously, Waupun would be another one if the Warriors can come back and beat Delavan Darien. What we also know is tomorrow, 3 big volleyball games. CWC is moving on to a regional final. They play tomorrow night. So I'll be over at the pit, Laconia, looking for another regional championship. They got Coach Weiss and that crew over there at Laconia. They just have a machine going on, and the second-seeded Spartans host number 6 University School of Milwaukee tomorrow. I'll be along for that one. We'll have that one on Radio Plus. And then down at Living Word Lutheran in Jackson, Mayville goes and plays top-seeded Living Word Lutheran, and the winner of the Laconia game and the Mayville match will meet for a sectional semifinal coming up on Thursday as well. So that's what's coming up tomorrow and next week on Radio Plus Video Sports. That's going to do it for us here from the Radio Plus broadcast booth here at Fruth Memorial Field. Want to thank Nick Detman as well as Carrie and the crew here for making my job easier. Just get to talk about football. That's what we love to do here on Friday nights. It was a great one tonight. One for, obviously, the memory books for a guy like Jack Holtzman. He made the big play. Ben Baker with the pick and the game-winning touchdown pass. Some big-time throws from Xander Lenz tonight. Will Stellmacher carried the rock as he always does, and that Ledger's defense, well, they've been for real all season long, and Lomira found that out once again tonight. 17-3 the final. 17-14 the final. A 3-point loss sends Lomira packing this year. They will not repeat as Division 6 state champs, and Springs moves on to level 2. Jordan King, Nick Detman from the Radio Plus broadcast booth saying so long, have a great weekend. Thanks to all our sponsors up and down the line, and thanks to you for tuning in here on Radio Plus.
Thanks to our Radio Plus video sports sponsors.
Edward Jones, Integrity Saw and Tool, Bauer Chiropractic, Bondi Family Dental,
Sargento Cheese, Len's Truck Center, Right Way Home Improvement, Taco Bell,
Addison Jones Real Estate, Holiday Automotive, Quest Interiors, Wisconsin Lighting Lab,
BCI Burke, Marion University, Fox Valley Savings Bank, Musa Sheet Metal,
Cole Oil and Propane, Dufresne Moving and Storage, Marco Tax Service, Winnebago Lutheran Academy,
Bob's Pizza, AirTech, Silica for your home, The Wellness Way,
Fond du Lac Credit Union, Roush Insurance, Scotty's Auto Works, St. Mary Springs Academy,
Bristol Morgan Bank, New Medical Center, Verhaeg's Furniture Mart, Hopper's Silk Screen and Embroidery,
Smith Builders, National Exchange Bank and Trust, Brad Tagliapietra, American Family Insurance Agent, Everson Law Office,
Michaels Corporation, Aurora Healthcare, Vogel Family Dentistry, Anders Auto Parts, Schaefer Auto, Keller Buildings,
Sir Rauer Family Dental,